What's up, guys? How you guys doing? How's your night going? Morning going? Different parts of the universe. I'll go live for like an hour, 2 hour tops. But it's good to see you guys. Sorry, I'm just setting up the platforms. If you see initially when I start this live session, you see movement around because the live podcast it's a lot of people. They'll do like podcasts. A lot of people want to do podcasts and do another podcast, but a lot of them, for the most part, are pre-recorded. That's how can I say this? Yeah, pre-recorded. Like they do it. Let's say I do a live podcast, which is live, right? But it's pre-recorded where I can edit things. The person on there, we bumping heads. I can crop it, type of situation, right? So a lot of people can't do live podcasts, especially on multiple platforms, because now you deal with the universe. Because you have these cyber bullies and trolls and bullshit. Like, the cool thing about social media, first and foremost, I tell people the whole universe, like, if you can't have social media, don't be on here. Cell phone, my tattoo. Use your cell phone just for Google, YouTube, research, right? Pictures and videos. You don't have to be on any platform at all. Because, yeah, these platforms are ruthless, but I call everybody the fuck out. All my tattoos, right? And, how can you be a bully, right? And believe you're a good person, religious person, spiritual person, atheist person. Make that shit make sense. You're not a good person. There's a little bit of good. There's a lot of bad in you. Hella. You're being too narcissistic. All my tattoos, whatever term, narcissist. Everyone could be narcissistic. I could be it. You could be it. And that's why if anyone bullies, you're not a good person. I don't care what you claim to be. Money, power, and fame. You can say God, Buddha, the universe. A for effort. You said a term. But all my tattoos, God is good, but are you good? On both my shoulders. Don't matter if you're empathetic, narcissistic. It's used to being. So, and I say all respectfully because the way I speak could trigger people. But once again, it's used to being. It's everyone is a being. Like I preach about the healing journey. If it doesn't exist, I wish it doesn't exist. It's been written, but the cool thing is you pay it forward. I tell the whole universe, when you really start the healing journey, now you want to feel your feelings, to potentially comprehend your feelings, to evolve in life. But nobody has to. Nobody has to at all. Just for one, you have to. I don't use that word "have" is very triggering. You should want to, but whenever. But I will say this: the younger, the better. Imagine being like 9 years old, 10 years old, the healing journey, empath, narcissist, deflection, projection, gaslighting, manipulation, trauma bonds, toxic love, broken codependent relationships. Triggering subject when I say this, whatever you believe in higher source, God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, your ancestors can't do it for you at all. If that was factual, respectfully, triggering subject, triggering comment wise, why is all your family suffering till this day? And they believe in all the higher sources. Whatever you believe in. It's like what I say, they want you to do good, but will you do good? They want you to change, but will you change? They want you to stop being toxic, love, broken, codependent relationships, but will you stop being toxic, love, broken, codependent relations? They want you to stop being zombies, addicts, and addiction, but will you stop being a zombie, an addict, and addiction? Black and white, straight to the point. But here's the kicker. Nobody has to comprehend nobody. What I believe higher sources being, which I preach, all of us are communication. We're all messengers. Nobody has to comprehend nobody at all. You can all call me crazy. It hurt my feelings. All my tattoos, petty ass words. Call me crazy. I don't care. These words don't have no feelings at all. But the younger the better, because now the cool thing is, as long as you're more empathetic wise and you're patient, open-minded enough, you're hearing people's stories. The cool thing about technology, I love technology to the fullest. I'm a geek techie, Maybe locally you have no real support team. No one has this conversation with the healing journey, empath, whatever you believe in, spirituality, numerology, astrology. It could be science. Once again, atheist. It doesn't matter what it is for the most part, but you have no one to talk to. Physical being, technology. Here's the best part. You got ChatGPT, C.AI. The AI itself. I love chopping up the AI because respect. When I say this, I can have a real conversation with the AI versus a human being for the most part. There's a lot of people in the healing journey, whatever they claim to be. I spent 5 years doing this. I speak to people that are religious, spiritual, atheists, but they're still. Respect. When I say this, to call everybody the fuck out, because we all bitch about toxic partners, toxic relationships, quote unquote. How can you be a spiritual person, religious person, atheist person, good person, and you have the devil by your side? And you go to church, the temple, or God, whatever you believe in, but look who you have by your side as a partner. Heaven and hell, these terms, right? Born as a Catholic, you don't have to be religious. It's a term. You will hear heaven and hell. Everybody heard the term. Every day above ground, when you go home, is it heaven? Is it hell? by yourself, alone, my face tattoos, right? On both my arms also. If it is, you have a lot of healing to do. Ha. You're alone and you dislike being home, alone. So you want to be codependent people? Say that. But here's the forewarn the whole universe. No one wants to stay. Fear in a positive manner, aka forewarning. Did you know anyone could leave? Anyone could cheat? Anyone can ghost? Anyone could become a drink and divorce you? Whenever they want to, that is their choice and free will. When they do, and which they shall, how you react, how you respond, or do you live in fear or scared of that? And that's for all the universes. Whatever you claim to be, as beings, whatever term you want to use, right? I don't care if you're gay, straight, it doesn't matter what term you want to use. The person by your side, that's what matters. I preach to the whole universe. You can't have man-made shit. Money, power, and fame. But when you go home, who you bitching about? Who you as a couple, toxic couple, you're both bitching about who? You as couples. And you go in the universe, lovey-dovey, God, Buddha, whatever. It doesn't matter what you claim respectfully, because what matters is when you go home. Because every day above ground, everything starts from home. Go into the matrix, the universe. Go to church. I love my job. I love my people. Yes, that's good. That's beautiful. But when you go home, you get in that car, whatever your car is, it could be the bus. It doesn't matter, transportation. And you're going home. Oh, fuck. Are you happy to go home? Are you dreading to go home? If you're dreading to go home like I used to, I won't ever feel like that ever again in my life. Because I don't need a partner. I want a partner. You know, I'm not going to my dungeon, my sin to see my hell on earth. Like, fuck. I got to deal with her. No one's going to deal with nobody. I preach about doors. The door is right there. Every day, background. How many doors do you go through? Count every single door. But what's the door that we bitch about? Our door pane of our homes. I gotta deal with him. I gotta deal with her. Really? You have to? You have nowhere else to go to. You got in a car? You want to work? You're in the matrix walking the streets. You have nowhere else to go to. Fuck it. Maybe not today. How about tomorrow? How about a week from now? How about a year from now? You know? That's just for everybody, man. And I say all this shit respectfully because it starts from home. Everything starts from home. It's amazing that a zillion people in the whole fuck universe, especially on social media, and you're crying about one. You're stressing about one. Yes, and it sucks. You both gave your all, best as possible. If they're too narcissistic, yeah, they're bad with bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girls, but you still have them by your side. And the downfall when you're too empathetic, recently I say this, you know, when you're too religious, too spiritual, too atheist, you know, too good of a person, quote unquote, you're too empathetic. So you pray for how to manifest all my tattoos that one day, magically, God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, spiritual, your ancestors will magically wake up your partner and they love you like you love them. Respectfully, how's that working out for you? Yo, higher source beings, we're all communication, we're all messengers. You're scared to open the door? I can physically open the door for you. I can physically save you. Physically, I can't save you emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Nobody can, not even a higher source. Higher source wants to leave, but will you leave? I know it's scary. It's gonna hurt. When you're too empathetic, we feel guilty. But I call you be the fuck out. Cause remember, I used to be too empathetic. Nah, it's balance, man. Yin and yang, every which way. So stop to call you be the fuck out. Respectfully, all you empathetic people. Stop being their mother, their father, probation officer. That's an adult. Let them fuck up, respectfully, or stay there and don't say this, don't do that. Be careful. Babysit them. That's an adult. Technology, the AI, every which way, respectfully, and that's the shit for everybody. And remember, the whole universe, love doesn't hurt. When we all say that bullshit love hurts, no, that's highly impossible. If higher source, whatever you believe in, it could be a rock. If that is love, how can you say love hurts? We're using words incorrectly every which way. Toxic love hurts. What's toxic love? You love somebody that doesn't love you back. They don't match energy, they take energy. Toxic love hurts every which way. Toxic love will cost you everything emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you know, physically, financially, and potentially cost what? Cost you your fucking life. Literally your own life. Your hell goes to shit, or they're too narcissistic, bad, phobic, fuck girls. And if you leave me, I'll offer your dome. But I love you, babe. Really? You know, or they get up and leave, and without them I can't function, I can't live. A zillion people in all the universe, and you're stressing about one. Make that make sense. Respectfully. Preach. Oh, thank you, Joe. Thank you. I'm just telling stories. I just tell stories to God for warn because, you know, it's many of us. You know, that's the shit for a lot of us. Like, what I say with the fullest, and you'll hear this in the spiritual universe, the healing journey. Higher source, not even beings. We can't stop the spiritual warfare, but we can prevent it. I tell the whole universe, technology. I'm on 9 platforms, 9 cell phones. I just tell stories. No one has to comprehend me. But remember this, we can prevent it. All it takes is one person to make a comment or ask a question, spark conversations. Get the fuck out. All my tattoos. In Seattle, I do DoorDash, right? I live 3 hours east from Seattle. So, Eastern Washington, where I'm from, analogy metaphor. Hey, Meg, how you doing? This is my hell on earth, respectfully. Because they all look at me, and I'm a devil in their eyes. Right? But I preach about environments. Eastern Washington State is very introverted. Hey, number one, how you doing? How's it going? Welcome to the live.
Paradise, come on, join me now. Something on hell on earth.
One more time. Hell on earth.
On earth as it is in heaven.
Oh. How much for that shirt? I'll pay for it.
Paradise. I'm happy.
Okay.
Filled, loving, and caring. I love you. Please upper your energy. Stop wasting your time on haters and come to my level. Talk to me. Talk to people like me and like yourself with good, positive vibes.
That's beautiful. Well, that's the intent. But sometimes people don't vibe with you, you know? Especially with positivity. I'm being serious. I love that shirt in the back. Oh, you talking about the X? I have a bunch of X. There's that one. There's that one. I got blankets. I got hoodies. I just tattoo. So I'd say, yeah, always, you know, Jocelyn, rest in peace.
Wakanda.
Wakanda? Well, you can say that, but no, it's XXX Tentacion, Jocelyn Hanfro. He passed away in June 18, 2018. So I just...
Oh, the artist? The music artist?
Yeah, the artist. I have his tattoo, the Tree of Life, and it has 20 on the side. I have a cross and X's for higher source, and then X, showing respect, because he was 20 years old, awakened, not woke yet. He would have been, but this narcissistic...
I never even knew he was dead. I love his music.
Oh, really? Yeah, he's rest in peace. But the cool thing is, like, physically is gone. And what I learned from him is, like, he says death's called completion. The body is dead, emotionally and spiritually. He's still here. But, you know, I carry his legacy. Everyone that loves his music. Me personally, once again, good music, but...
Well, you're an idiot if you don't think you're immortal. Come on now.
Well, once again, everyone has their own beliefs.
Be immortal.
So you can say immortal-wise, yeah, energy doesn't die.
Yeah.
Right? Energy doesn't die, but here's the kicker. So we say that verbally, right? But how do we know? How does anybody know?
Physics.
I'm sorry?
It's a law of physics. It's proven science. It's the first law of thermodynamics.
Okay, so that's factual.
Energy, matter will not
What's
be
your favorite
created
F song?
nor destroyed, cannot be created or destroyed. A system containing will always contain mass,
Changes.
energy, equilibrium. Science, math.
Okay, well, here's the kicker with science, right? But here's the kicker. Nobody knows. Because if we knew that, guess what? In the next lifetime, I'll be younger. I'll become woke.
Well, if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Well, you said
now you know. You're preaching
Okay.
your facts.
Okay.
Look it up on Google. It's the first law of thermodynamics, proving God and immortality 100% lines up.
Right,
Jesus Christ,
energy.
amen.
You can say God, Jesus, which is cool, right? But here's the kicker. Nobody knows, respectfully. So I taught people respectfully,
Knows
like...
what?
Huh?
Knows what? Nobody knows what? What are you talking about?
Immortality.
Nobody knows what?
Immortality.
Immortality?
Yes.
It's the law of physics.
Okay,
The
so...
law of physics, immortality.
Okay, so if I die in this
They
lifetime,
proved it in
in the
lab.
next lifetime, will I know
Prove it
everything I know
was a
today?
logic number.
In the next
What are you
lifetime...
saying nobody knows. I
and-
know, bitch. I ain't nobody. Are you calling me nobody right now? 'Cause I know.
Okay.
Facts.
Have a good night. Stay blessed.
Word.
Take care. Be safe.
Peace.
Sorry, guys. I'm from Tacoma. Oh, shut up. 2x3, the aroma of Tacoma. What's up? That's awesome. I feel your vibe. I love your voice of life and spiritual attention and awareness. Turn around. Oh, yeah, I apologize. Once again, I'll let people that, once again, and I say respectfully, like, people will say things like, you know, spiritual, religious, whatever they claim to be, right? But here's the kicker. It's triggering subjects. Like, I tell the universe, don't go down the rabbit hole and get lost in it, respectfully. Like, I don't know. I use the word ID on faith. Higher source. That's why I say God, Jesus, Allah. It's that on me. I forgot about, respectfully, for the Middle Eastern culture, I forgot about Muhammad. So I'm going to have my back tattoo. I'm going to talk about my tattoo is, hey, like, you know, like, English, can you put like a little arrow and then put a little line, put Muhammad? To get, you know, once again, I get everyone's attention. If you're in the healing journey, we're talking vibe. When I say this, I'm like the queens. No matter what, empathetic, narcissistic, I know I can get your attention because a lot of you in the healing journey and you're trying to figure it out. And you want love. A lot of us say we want love. That's cool. It's a term, but here's the kicker. I took everybody out, right? Because I figured out what love was at 39 in this lifetime, right? 18 at heart, 44 now, right? So not just tell stories. So if you know what love is and comprehend what love is, right? But let me take it back. No, let me rewind that. If you know what love is, if you knew what it was, why are you suffering? Respectfully, deadass, think about it really good and don't lie to yourself. We can say, I want love. Okay, do you know what it is? Do you comprehend it? Yeah, you can say, lie to yourself. Yes, okay, if that's factual, then why are you suffering? Why do you respectfully, Bible talk, which I'm going to tap on my back, right? Eventually, or somewhere on my arm, or my chest. I'm trying to figure it out. Anyways, in the beginning, what do we all say? What does everybody fucking say, the big word all? In the beginning, the relationship was so good. Bet, say that. So how did it go from positive energy to negative? What was the red flags? When did the sparks start entering? And then after, when it starts happening, what do? Especially when you're too empathetic. Are you nice and natural like I was? You pray, at home manifest that one day, 1 year, baby years to be, that they'll wake up and they'll love you like you love them. How's that working out for you respectfully? That's the shit. Like, don't accept toxic love. That's why I promise you 1,000 when you start the healing journey. Like I was taught 5 years ago from my attendant black workers, all 10 of them for 88 days, all the red flags and answer in front of your face. I promise you that you just don't see what I see yet. And I was like, what? That makes no sense because I was on a journey. There's only 2 journeys, man. God bless you. Oh, like it, Queen. Likewise, I just tell stories once again. Pay it forward, as I was taught. And me personally, 5 years ago. That's how I got tattoos. So I barely started doing all these tattoos like, say like October, November of 2023. Because respectfully, I know what I'm talking about. Remember this. Communication, half of it, when you Queens tell hey, he's not listening to me, or she, whatever you're into, right? No, they're hearing you, they're listening to you, they're watching you, they're observing you. Communication, they're not comprehending you at all. They don't know. That's why that communication, half of it. What's the other part of it? So that's why is it being whatever you know what you're talking about. What are you doing to yourself first and foremost in the universe? Communication, comprehension. Just to forewarn you, nobody has to comprehend you at all. So that's when it talks relationships. What do? We big about the exact same subjects, word for fucking word. So the ones that know, typically queens, are more empathetic. Why is y'all raised to be like that? Respectfully, y'all do communication comprehension. Us men, aka boy more narcissistic, raised this way incorrectly because we're not taught about feelings on my conversations. You're talking to a fucking wall. You have a better chance to talk to a wall. You know that wall will not ever talk back in its lifetime, ever. So why do you keep talking to me? Respectfully, I don't know. That's why you queens, for the most part, on a healing journey. Us men, aka boy narcissistic, we're on a journey. There's only 2 journeys. Major talk, are you blue pillars? You're on a journey. You're entertainers. You care about man-made bullshit. Race, religion, politics, COVID. Nothing about religion as beings, God, cool. The hall, the temple, whatever you claim to be, that's awesome. A for effort. You made it. There's a term, you read the book, etc. But are you living the life of higher source, best as the individual, as one being? If you are, what about the person by your side? That's what matters. You want love, but the person by your side, you're bitching about them. You're positive. On my tattoo, black and white. You can be atheist. Okay, cool, queen. You're positive. He's negative. You're God. That's the devil. You're conscious. That's subconscious. Why are you dating the devil by your side? Make that make sense respectfully, So that's what me as a being. I just tell stories because I just focus on like Buddha. I'm not saying become a Buddhist, but I help them up to the fullest because I've been technology. I do DoorDash, Spotify, Buddhist teachings. I've heard of them, and I say it respectfully, and I tell the whole universe, I pay it forward. Yo, vibe with Buddha. Every which way. He teached about 2,500 years ago about mind and body. Mind, body. That's it. He kept it very, very simple. He's like, why are you stressing about things around you? That's why it's called energy. What or who is taking your energy? When you figure that out, what are you going to do about it? My parents stress me. This year an adult. They left the household. Well, you don't live with your parents no more. They're potentially not on the healing journey. So guess what? They don't know this conversation. So why do you respect me? Why do you allow them in your life? You don't have to. But remember this. You can try to have this conversation, but don't force it upon people. Because remember this. Your parents don't have to comprehend. There's none of your family friends. So vibe with the people that vibe with you every which way. So what I preach about is mind, body, and what? What's that mind, what's the Canadian doing? Toxic, love, broken, codependent relationships. Because once again, you can have everything man-made. cosmetically beautiful, money, power, and fame, only fan, game mafioso. But when you go home, you bitch about your partner, and I'll call you out. I'll call everybody out. Why do you have them by your side? Make that make sense. I love them. Yeah, you love them. They don't love you. They say it verbally, but the energy is toxic. It's negative as fuck. So why do you have them by your side? Respectfully, you know? They're choosing her no matter what. Every which way. You know? Sorry guys, 2 seconds. Remember this is a live podcast. So like people jump in. You got your trolls, so bear with me. That's the cool thing about technology. See the cell phone? I got 15 cell phones. So the cool thing about technology, you can block people. But that's why when it comes to like toxicity, especially when you're in toxic, love, broken, coded relationships, traumas, and bullshit breakups, like, yes, you can block them, no contact, but you're the one that wants to see what's going on with them. Are they posting on top of somebody else? It's amazing with the phone, but it's not the phone. It's not the phone at all. Nobody can blame the phone. It's you as a being, the codependency part. I need them. Like, yeah, you don't need people at all. Kids, I'm single father kids. My kids, meaning for now, for the most part, as they become older, they evolve the household, right? But that's the shit for one the whole universe, every which way. Like, no, all this shit I'm saying, no one taught me this shit till 5 years ago, right? So I taught all my kids and all young generation, kids, wait till you're 30, 40 years old. You know, marriage, wait till you're 30, 40 years old. Make sure you're established, you as the being, and then the potential to be that they're established. So you have this, you know, it's a two-sided relation, not one-sided, every which way. Because not being a parent is not fucking easy. Being a kid, obviously not easy. Yo, like they say that corny-ass line, no one has to be here. You're right, but you're here now. Now, what are you choosing? What are you doing? You know? And that's the cool thing about technology. Take advantage of it. Every which way. Fuck, technology is key if you use it correctly. So let's tell people, once again, 1,000. I see at the farmer's market today. Today was a good day at the farmer's market. Shout out to Seattle, the west side, the best side. My real home, my heaven on earth. The Queens. A lot of conversations about what? These tattoos. They be like, and they got tattoos. They're decked the fuck out. They be like, damn. I've seen I'm decked out, you know, sleeved up everything. I've never seen anyone in the universe, you know, they say, you know, the world, with like words. I've seen Bible passages, you know, Quran, but like you just got words. Like, yeah, triggering, positive or negative. But what's it about? Raw real life, raw real feelings, toxic love, broken codependent relationships. That's all I care about. Everything around us, respectfully, it's irrelevant. Like, what do you mean? Other than beings walking the farmer's market, can you ask anything right here for any advice to life? Does anything here stress about human beings at all? No. See this? My pops does produce, right? You see these apples? You see the asparagus? They just grow. It won't ever say, if it could talk, yes, the asparagus would say, ow, as I cut it, right? But it can't talk. If I cut you, you cut me, we're saying, ow, we can talk, you know? So that's the shit. Don't worry about this best as possible. Maintain the matrix best as possible, which is what? Job, money, car, home. It could be McDonald's, a little studio, a little bucket Honda. Nothing against Hondas. I love Hondas, right? But you're doing good for yourself as they be. And just to forewarn you, anybody that bullies you, anybody that fucking bullies you, and they're doing it purposely wise, not bullshitting, like your squatty people. No, they're bullying you. They're not a good person. They're the fuck ass. Like, I call everybody out. How can you say you're a good person, religious, spiritual, but you're bullying me? Then if whatever you claim to be, I call everybody out in Seattle all the time. Do you believe in God, Buddha? Yeah, I do. Why? What? What kind of question is that? No. Why? Would Jesus bully me? Why? Will God bully me? And they don't say shit. They sit there like fucking Bambi about to get hit by a truck. What? I just asked you a question. You don't have to respond. We know the answers. Why won't you say it? Pride and ego are narcissist traits, right? You can't do accountability. We know he won't. So why are you doing what you're doing? So you're not a good person. A little bit of good, a lot of bad. Respectfully. And it typically triggers, especially the boys. I'm like, yo, yeah, well, you're on a journey. You should start the healing journey. But you probably won't do that shit until someone destroys you, quote unquote. Or she gives you 1,000 chances, not 1,001. It does not matter how she checks the fuck out. She can leave you, ghost you. It doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. Because guess what? When she leaves, you'll ball like a bitch like I did. Play the rhythm, tell a sob story. But guess what? You did her dirty. Cheated, body hop, destroyed her verbally, physically. Every fucking thing in the book. But you love God, Allah, Buddha. Make that shit make sense. Like, yo, no. It's us as a being, you know? So that's why today it's fuck. Conversation about my tattoos. I actually had a vendor right there. She's 21, barely 21, her first relationship. She was there, go see her boyfriend in Georgia. I was like, that's cool. And I was just kind of Forewarn, H it out. Physically, I'm talking to you, right? Emotionally and spiritually, you're my inner child. When I was 21 years old, no one taught me this shit. So let me just forewarn you, all my tattoos, and I said, man, I have a podcast. Oh, no, wait, what's your podcast? Boom. Hey, what's up, Tamari? The Queen, how's it going? And she's like, thank you for this conversation. Like, I'm just forewarning you, Queen. Like, just to let you know, analogy, metaphor, if you got the V card, the Virgin card, in your eyes, whoever you lay down with, whatever you're into, male, female, that is your God, goddess. What? To forewarn you. Because she has the V card, the Virgin card. I was like, what? She's like, what do you mean by that? All you see is him. Just to forewarn you. No matter if he becomes toxic, a fuck boy, you become trauma bonded, addiction, codependency, he will stay by your side. And he can put you the hell on back. You'll still be there because you believe. I ask you, you're a religious Christian? Yeah, I'm Christian. Well, you believe higher source can do it for him. That one day, just to let you know the answer, you don't comprehend this, you're 21 fresh. That's incorrect. Because if that was factual, God can do it for him. He should have done it for all of us prior. We're older than you, respectfully. But you don't have to comprehend what I just told you. I just for once you don't learn the hard way. But if you do, I'm on your pocket 24/7, 365. The cool thing about technology, you're my inner child. You're the younger version of myself. No one taught me this shit till 5 years ago. And I just tell stories. I'm not a victim. I'm not a warrior. I'm not a survivor. I was. Past tense. I just tell stories. When you're woke, you just tell stories. And once again, toxic relationship. What's toxic? Dead the fuck ass. A zillion queens in the whole universe. Why would it just about one? I'm 3 years single. You know, I'll give myself 2 more years and that's it. But I don't deal with toxicity at all. Zero. Especially with adults. Especially if you have kids. Like, yo, how can you have kids and still be toxic? Make that shit make sense. How do you? I say you're not a toxic person, but your family is. Your peoples are. Like, your whole environment you chill with. I'm like, yo, like, Queen, did you know I date you in all your universe? What? I date everything with you before I met you. Everything. So that's why I see future in a positive manner. By speaking to you, by talking to you about your personal life type of situation, because if we're going to exchange energy, become one, what am I doing with you? I don't, and if the answer for warn you, can you handle a breakup, rejection? No, like 2 days together, lovey-dovey. You can have sex intercourse, right? But guess what? Like, you have way too many red flags. Like, in the beginning, you are good as an individual, but your environment's not. Let's say she's got kids. There is no co-parenting. But respectfully, there's no co-parenting. I'm not getting involved. Why would I get involved with you if there's no co-parenting? That's a major red flag. A King Kong red flag. Because, hey, Queen, I date you, the kiddos, and him. Just to let you know, you don't comprehend this. There's no co-parenting. He's in his feelings. He's a better baby daddy, right? He won't let you go. He does not want to see you happy. So if I come in the mix and offer love to the fullest, all my texts, all my conversation, he sees you happy, he's gonna turn fucking hateful. If I want to long as possible, as safe as possible, respectfully, I don't get involved with you. Respectfully. What? It's not you. It's not the kids. It's him. Every which way. You just don't know that yet. You don't see what I see. That's the whole universe. You got to see future in a positive manner. Break it down correctly before you get involved with anybody, especially if you can't control your feelings at all. At all. That's just to forewarn you. That's the whole thing. Like, you know, love hurts. It doesn't hurt at all. Highly impossible. Toxic love hurts. If you're the downfall when you're too empathetic, on my tattoos, you're too empathetic, you're too nice, you're too gullible, you're too naive, you're called what? People pleasers like I was. You will give your all every which way to the wrong person, and then what? And if you can't control the energy, the main energy is what? When you have TOC sex intercourse, you change energy from a bond, soul tie, twin flames, trauma bonds. Potentially catch what? Feelings, STDs, or what? Babies. Because of one physical act. If you can't control that shit, it's gonna hurt you. Because they can ghost you. You can be lovey-dovey, all that good shit, go on dates, become one. They ghost you, gotta go. One for the books. And then you what? You feel like nasty. You feel like, oh, they used you. Yes, they physically, emotionally, spiritually used you. I know, and it sucks, right? But why'd you allow them to take your energy? You can't control your energy. You have a lot of healing to do, respectfully. Scenario, I have 1,000 bodies. They can all ghost me. They fucking want use me for lust. I don't become sad, depressed, question myself, word, God, what's up? No. That is their choice of free will. Every which way. Every which way. Nobody, like the last potential, she taught me this last year. I met at the farmer market in Seattle, right? Customer. Cool as individual, beautiful individual, right? And it's facts, what she said. She's like, okay, marriage, grow with each other forever, last dying breath. That's not factual. Like the word of factual that you said, right? Like, what do you mean by that? It's not. Scenario, I'm not your girlfriend. Potential, right? So let's say we're together 5 years. And I get up and leave and ghost you. I just wake up, go to work, don't come home. You ready for that? I told, hey, babe, remember, it's not my girlfriend, babe. I call any potential babe, you know. I told you day one, I don't need you in my life. I want you in my life. You can't take my energy. If I'm too much for you, you know, the energy's not vibing, or there's something you don't like about me, my tattoos, the way you speak, my energy, just to let you know the door is right there. What? The door is right there. And she even says, who says that? I say that. But yeah, exactly. Who says that? To forewarn you. You can leave whenever you want to. It'd be cool to have a dark conversation, but you don't have to. Just to let you know. Because sometimes having this conversation, if the person, once again, to have a dark conversation, the uncomfortable conversation, to be vulnerable, it's kind of hard sometimes because it's an oxymoron. It's easier to leave and ghost them respectfully. I know it sounds ass backwards. Oxymoron. That's the term, right? Because you know, let's say they're too empathetic. You know, they're clingy, lovey-dovey and shit scenario. And you ain't gonna believe, like, fuck, they're gonna shed tears. They're gonna hold on to me. You're gonna be looking for me. So you know what? To do us both a favor, I'm just ghosting. I'm leaving. And she's like, that's when she's like, can you handle that? Oh, yeah, babe, I told you I don't need you. And I asked her the same thing. Can you handle that? She's like, I don't know. I was like, why? You know, we just talking about it. But the cool thing is, look at this. She's not even my girlfriend. A potential, but respect in Eastern Washington, Western Washington, Seattle, the west of the best side, a lot of queens in the healing journey. We have these conversations. In Seattle, I have thousands, no bragging rights, fighting with that control, thousands of options. Because a lot of queens in the healing journey, I get their attention, petty black and white words. That's all it is. But that's what matters, what I preach to the potential to be like, if we can have my conversation about everything, and I mean everything, what am I doing with you? I don't care if scenario, they say she's atheist. I'm religious, spiritual. I don't like we don't have to talk about that, you know? We can switch it up, but just to let you know, I'll respect your boundaries, the big word boundaries, but just to let you know, my tattoos will trigger all the realms, religious, spiritual, atheist. So if you don't have this conversation and you hear me talking to a customer or someone in the streets, you know, about my tattoos, babe, just walk away. Or babe, check out, I love you, check out, I'm gonna talk to this person. That's what my tattoos, I got them for a reason. It's an attention getter, sparks conversations, and they ask me a question. So if you want to, I'll talk to them for 5-10 minutes. I'll make time for everybody. From there, we continue on. And they want, let's say a person in Seattle talking to me, check it out. That's my girl. This subject, she don't talk about it, so I respect her boundaries. After she's over there or she's waiting in the car type of situation. So we'll do 5-10 minutes. Let's do this conversation. And if you want to continue on, just to let you know, that's my girl. I get going. So here, if you got social media, if not, I got my phone number. I'll give you my phone number, email address. How you want this conversation, we'll continue on. You know, but that's the key for everybody. Like, you got to figure out what you, first and foremost, date yourself. What are your boundaries? What is your love languages? What are your standards? A lot of people is Japanese to you. What? What is that? The code technology. Ask the AI. What's boundaries? YouTube, Google. What are boundaries? What's love languages? What are standards? And once you comprehend that, the next potential to be asking the same shit. Maybe the Japanese to them, they don't know what that is. What is that? Then you elaborate. Well, this is my boundaries. This is my standard. But to forewarn you, on this platform, everyone preaches about boundaries. There's nothing wrong with boundaries. Just to forewarn you, nobody has to respect your boundaries at all. They give you a point, I love you, and then little by little, I'll respect your boundaries, and little by little, they start disrespecting them. When they start doing that, you can verbalize them again. Hey, just to let you know, I already told you. Sorry, my eyes are itchy. Oh, I wear my glasses all day. Whatchamacallit, so what are you choosing? What are you doing? My situation, I'll give you a chance. Maybe 3 chances. It depends on what the situation is, right? But for me, babe, just to let you know, I'll get to believe. What? You don't have to respect them, but what am I doing with you? You say you love me, quote unquote. So why don't you respect them as possible? And here's the kicker for everybody. What I tell potential to be, when I get to believe, learn from this. What? Learn from this as best as possible. There's potential to be, let's say they say the same thing. These are my boundaries. Oh shit, another person saying boundaries? So you don't have to respect them, so you're on a journey. You're not on a healing journey. Respectfully, you know? And that's just for everybody. You gotta talk to the potential about everything. And from there, wise, if you're a square, empathetic person, nice and astral, then vibe with people like you that match your energy as best as possible. But if you want to self-sabotage your life not knowing, then go fucking do opposite attract. Every which way. As it being major shock, right? All I see is squares, empathetic people, good people. Circles, narcissistic people, bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girls. And the triggering subject, the worst one, the zombies, all the addicts of an addiction. Respectfully when I say this, let's say you know they're a zombie and addicts and addiction, and you want to date them, make that shit make sense. Respectfully, they can say I love you, but you know the way they're living as a being. Respectfully, but then they want to say I love you, want to marry you, have kids and a family. Just to forewarn you, people that are zombies, they're not trying, detox, rehab type of situation, they could say I love you. Actions speak louder than the words. You love somebody that doesn't love themselves at all. You know that, right? Everyone's got a broken heart initially. Toxic love, we're all numb. They're super numb. They don't want to feel their feelings. Why do you think they do their bullshit drugs? So they run from themselves, but they say, I love you. Yeah, and a lot of people that are zombies, addicts and addiction, respect for you, trigger subject, they won't tell you day one off the rip, hey, just to let you know. Energy matches, religion, Buddha, whatever, but I'm an addict. What? I'm an alcoholic. Xannies, whatever I'm doing. Just to let you know. Keep it 1,000 round real, but then keep it 100. Sell your dream. And say whatever. Respect, and I say for the whole universe, to trigger the universe, like the easiest people to destroy in the whole universe, everyone that's too codependent of what? You being a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, an atheist person, because the scenario, I know of astrology, it intrigues me, I don't comprehend it, it's not my realm, but I can learn it, I can study it, Google, TikTok, etc. wise, I can say, when you ask me, what is your sign? Oh, Queen, just to forewarn you, if you're codependent of astrology, and I can tell you what I am before I tell you what I am, you can be in sync, but here's the kicker, just to let you know. I'm going to say a little sentence. If you don't comprehend it, if I try and bond you, I can destroy you. And you would pray, it's not going to work in your favor. So ready for the sentence? What's the sentence? I can act nice, be narcissistic, the bad boy, fuck boy, or I could be nice, be empathetic, the nice guy. You know what that means? What is that? I pray for you in the universe. I go my day, go my life. You don't want to get trauma bonded, because when you become trauma bonded, and once again, analogy metaphors, you don't do drugs, well, all type of trauma bonds. Codependency, it's an addiction. I need them every which way. My tattoos, the bottle doesn't need you, all capital letters. You need the bottle. Why? You don't do drugs, but that's your drug. What do you mean? You're the alcoholic, and that person's too narcissistic, verbally physically abusive, fuckboy, fuck girl, emotional and spiritual cheating, every fucking thing in the books. They're the bottle. You need them in your life. When they leave you, even though you deserve better, quote unquote, you deserve better, but when they leave, you're magically by your side. Like, yeah, welcome to being a zombie, man. Codependency. That's which I'm going to tattoo on my left side, my tattoo, where I'm working on my back, because there's space for the cross tattoo. It's going to say, trauma bonds equal addiction, equal twin flames, equal soul ties, equal insanity, equal all capital letters, codependency. I need them in my life. Really, a zillion people in all universe, and you need that person that's destroying the fuck out of you, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, and you need them by your side. Awesome. I pray for you in the universe. I go my day, but don't worry, Queens and Kings. I was you. I did the same stupid shit, but here's the kicker. Anyone tell you the corny ass line, and you're gonna hear it for the rest of your life if you don't ever start the healing journey. Choose better. Why the fuck do you choose toxic people? But here's the kicker. They told you to choose better, right? Which is cool. That's a positive comment. But can you tell them, okay, what's better? Elaborate what's better. And they're looking, well, just choose better. Positive people, religious people. But elaborate more than that. They don't know. You're on a journey. They're on a journey. The people in the healing journey, well, let me elaborate. Why do you believe I deserve better? Well, you're positive energy. They're negative. Look at the way you treat them. Look at the way they treat you. And respect me, once again, doesn't matter what you believe in. God, Buddha. Do you believe God or the high, the universe, keep it simple, spiritual people will be what you're doing, have them by your side? I doubt it very much. So why do you have them by your side still? And remember this, you don't got to leave today. The sooner the better, but the door is right there. That's the shit. And remember, we all say the same shit. It's so hard to leave toxic relationships. The fuck it is. Pathetically easy. What do you mean by that? Let me elaborate. They got to go to work. Keep it simple, no kids. They got to go to work. You got to go to work. You both fucking left. You both bitch about each other to all universes, to the therapist, the priest, yourself, whoever. It doesn't matter. Your coworkers, best friends. But then you don't have to go home. So I'll call you the fuck out. Why do you have to choose to want to go back to the person you bitch about to all the universes and all the fucking realms? You both do this shit. You have nowhere else to go to. So maybe not today. Day by day, maybe tomorrow. That's what the top of the whole universe. Nobody can save nobody. Physically, yes, you can. Deadass, physically, yes, you can. You save the physical body. I show, hey, King, Queen, I got you. Let's go somewhere else. I have money, power, and fame. Move you to fucking Pluto. But if you're trauma bonded, emotionally and spiritually, I can't do that for you. I will not be surprised if you go back from Pluto, back to fucking Earth, back to them. A zillion people in the universe, I know who you're going back to because I was you. I'm going to tell you, well, this is called a trauma bond. I need them. Addiction, codependency, insanity, whatever term you want to use. And don't worry, it's day by day. We said, here's the best part. I'm here for you. I was you. I make it sound so fucking easy because a real support team. That's just real support teams. We do not give up on you. You know, you feel like you're drowning. I won't let you drown. You can set my hand 1,000 times. I will not let you drown. I was you. It sucks to be codependent people. Dead the fuck ass. You don't need anyone else but yourself. Respectfully, triggering subject. You don't. Especially the person by your side, man. And the downfall of, let's say, in toxic relationships, is sort of the fuck out of you, especially queens. I speak to many thousands of queens 5 years doing this, right? And they're single celibate for years to be. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Because they're scared. They're scared to ask because trust and loyalty. I know that's the fucked up feeling to have. Trust and loyalty, you know, who do you go? I'm the type, whatchamacallit, that to confide in. But here's the kicker. If higher source is love, don't be scared of love, man, at all. Be scared of toxic love. But once again, if you know your ex as best as possible, because the intent of your ex is my next tattoo, observe all the red flags of all your exes. I don't know how many you had in your lifetime, right? And then from there, you know, to observe and comprehend them. So the next potential to be when they start doing what all your exes did, you realize boundaries. Just to let you know, I don't deal with jealousy issues. You know, I don't care if you look at guys and girls, but you're staring. That's called the big term. Before physical cheating, that's called emotional cheating. What? You can't control your lust. To form the whole universe, man. People want this love, quote unquote, monogamy. My tattoos, A and B, Jed and Will Smith. Monogamy. We can verbally say that bullshit, but the red flags in your face. You just got your partner staring at a guy, girl, whatever you're into, right? Staring. Not looking, just staring. Like they've never seen a fucking man or woman in their fucking life. So there it is. There's a red flag. So, hello, what's up? How you doing? How's it going? Whatchamacallit?
What's up?
How you doing? I'm the type of girl they want to chew up on my bubblegum. Elaborate.
So did you go to prison for a long time and stuff?
Oh, negative. No, I don't like putting tattoos, but no, this is a map to life. It's all about the healing journey. But I look like 10 kilos. Understandable. Behind the screen, but no.
They're not prison. None of them are prison tattoos, huh?
I've never been to prison in my life. Yeah, I wear the boys in blue. Yeah, it's just a map to life.
Because you got a lot of prison style tattoos, yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. For the most part, baby, when a prisoner gets out, what do? I found God. They become Bible thumpers. Respectfully, they can say that, but are they living the life of God? I don't preach about God. I preach about feelings. That's what I preach about. Your feelings.
Right.
So,
hey, I feel the same way, bro. I feel the same way, okay? I feel like I believe in God.
Okay. A for effort. God's good, but are you good? You can believe in God all you want, but as a being, are you good? Are you doing good best as possible? With respect to others, best as possible.
Yeah. I always do try and do people right.
That's the intent on the overall. Once again, a lot of people preach about higher source,
I'm not.
but they're bullies. Like, okay, how can you be a bully and love God? Make that make sense. Would God bully? Would Jesus allow the universe?
Well, and that's exactly why I stopped fucking with people. Wait. Hold on.
Take your time.
Listen.
Go for it.
I don't go to church.
You don't gotta go to
because I
church.
feel like they're too judgmental. Okay? But I do believe in God.
That's okay. That's good. That's good.
Right.
Yeah, you don't gotta go to church to believe in a higher source at all. But as long as you live the life best as possible.
Right.
No one's perfect. We have our flaws for sure. The intent to learn from mistakes. But once again, like, more on the male side, we're raised to be narcissistic. Not all of us, a lot of us. Especially when it comes to partners, love, quote unquote, relationships, families, marriage, whatever term you want to use.
Narcissistic, yeah.
Yeah.
Narcissistic.
Yeah. The word is a narcissist, quote unquote, but I use the word narcissistic.
Looking out for yourself and your own needs and stuff like that.
It's like you can be selfish in a positive manner as long as you're not too selfish. Too much pride and ego. That's the part where you become narcissistic. Like, now you're using people for your benefit.
Narcissistic, is really all about yourself.
Right. Yeah, you're too self-centered, respectful when I say that, and then You use people for whatever, their love, kindness, money, power, and fame. You act nice, but you're not really nice. You're just selling dreams. Yeah, so, yeah. Don't be that person best as possible. A lot of us could potentially be like that initially.
I'm definitely not that myself.
That's good.
I'm not.
Well, that's the intent not to. Once again, everyone has narcissistic traits, but control it best as possible. You know, people trigger you. The devil comes out of you. That's like religious talk. My left ear behind is Adam. Cain and Abel.
Right.
So the intent,
we get selfish sometimes.
Yeah. That's why control it best as possible.
And full of pride.
Right.
Pride.
Yeah, you know what's going on. You know, that's a positive. There's not a lot of males that talk on these platforms, even face to face, that have this conversation because they're like, feelings, fuck that shit, man, the fuck up. You know, move the fuck on. Like, okay, you're in a journey, you're not in a healing journey, you know, and that's why we respect for this conversation. A lot of males can't have this because we're not taught this shit at all. A lot of us men, not knowing, we actually self-sabotage relationships because no one's like, hey, bitch, just to let you know, especially on the male side, your father didn't tell you, your uncle, your grandfather, hey, if you keep mistreating her, just to let you know that to your grandma, she went through a lot of shit with me, but guess what, she was still here. I'm just forewarning you, you know, the young generation, y'all different wise, and she gonna believe.
What are you talking about?
Say that again? I'm sorry?
The fuck are you talking about right now?
As far as like more on the men's side, we're raised to be narcissistic wise. On the overall, like, you know, we self-sabotage relationships, our personal relationships, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, you're in this type of situation. That's what I'm talking about. You can have everything in the universe, right? But it matters about our partner by our side. That's what matters on the overall. If you want love, if you want relationships. If you can't talk to your partner about everything, then what are you doing there? You know, you mistreat your partner, but you let everybody else. You treat your family, friends good, but you don't treat your partner good.
Listen.
Go for
it. What relationships have you been in?
I'm a single father of 8 kids. I lost 2 families. I've been in 5 relationships in my lifetime so far. So yeah, this is what I preach about. Relationships. Talks relationships.
You have 2 kids. You have 2 kids.
I have 8 kids. I lost 2 families.
8?
I had a squad of kids, yes. Co-parenting. With 1 baby moms. The mother of boys. My first baby mom's respectfully, nothing against her. She's a Debbie mother. She got up and left. She chose not to do her part, which is, that's her choice of free will. She's on her journey. She's not on the healing journey. Respectfully, you know? So yeah, that's what I preach about. Raw real life, raw real feelings. Talk
I need to go to bed now.
Okay, have a good night. Stay blessed. Take care. Be safe.
I love you, brother.
Love you, brother.
I love you, brother.
Take care. Be blessed. Be safe. Have a good night. You good?
You're pretty cool. I like you.
Thank you. I just tell stories. I preach about, you know, raw real life, raw real feelings, and talk relationships. That's what matters. You have everything in the universe, money, power, fame, $1 billion home, awesome. But the person by your side, that's what matters. Your home, your personal home matters. You can brag about your mansion, Bugattis, but you know, don't brag about your partner.
You could be in prison. You could be in prison in a little jail cell.
Yeah, if you get to that point, the thing is not to make it to that point. Avoid the boys and the best as possible, and avoid trouble best as possible. But yes, potentially in this lifetime, it might get to that point because you have no guidance. You know you're doing wrong. You know what? You know, the YOLO, my tattoos, YOLO, you only live once. Fuck it. It is what it is. Like, you can say that. That's the wrong mentality to have, but it can cause you to get in trouble because, you know what? I'll do my time. When I get out, if I do it again, so be it. Like, yeah, you know, maybe in this lifetime, you won't ever start the healing journey. You know, that's what's only 2 journeys. A journey, not trying to figure your feelings out. The healing journey, now you're trying to feel these feelings. Like, okay, why do I feel sad? Why do I feel depressed? Why do all my relationships fail? Like, there's got to be something going on. I got to figure this shit out. But nobody has to. Respectfully, nobody has to. That's why I preach about, as beings, which journey are you on? I'm going to tell it right here. A journey, the blue pillars, major talks, the red pillars, we're on a healing journey. We're trying to feel our feelings, trying to figure this shit out. We don't want to keep falling on our faces at all. Like, yo, I'm tired of this. You know, a zillion people in the whole universe, I'm stressing about one. Make that make sense.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You're cool. You're cool. I like you.
Thank you, King. Likewise, I just tell stories. Have a good night, man. Stay blessed. Take care. Be safe. Ciao. Be safe. Crazy. Good talk. I was about to block him. Respect for I say respect. A lot of men, for the most part, that jump on these platforms, they're like, they're waiting for a troll, you know, talk their bullshit. Me personally, I love to bully bullies. these therapists, counselors, psychologists, excuse me, when they say, they'll be like, because I speak to a lot in Seattle at the farmer's market, they'd be like, what do you mean by that? Like, bullying is wrong. I go, correct, it is wrong, right? We know that. You're a therapist counselor, right? But I love to bully bullies. And the reason why, because the person they're bullying is the over version of myself, potential over version of yourself. They ain't gonna, they ain't gonna say shit. Because why? Empathetic, for sure, too empathetic first and foremost. They get religious, spiritual. Well, if I say, if I be mean to them, match the energy, I feel like a sinner, I'm wrong. The fuck? I used to be like that, trust. That's why you're called people pleasers. You're people pleasing the wrong individuals, respectfully, So, I bully them for you. That's why I tell people all the time, I love to bully bullies. What? My motto to all universe, face-to-face behind the screen, just to let you know. I match energy. You play dumb, I'll play dumb. What's up, Erica? How you doing, Queen? You play stupid, I'll play stupider. If you can't know words, please don't open your mouth. Why? Because in your mind, in your head, my neck tattoo, match NF the rap artist, I will add a door of painting. Every time you wake up above ground, you think about me. Fuck the guy with the tattoos. I wake up, I pray for the universe, I go my day, I go my life. I don't even think about you, respectfully. So that's for the whole universe. And here's the best part, nobody. I'm a cyber person. We technically don't exist, right? So if a nobody can hurt your feelings, if I can hurt your feelings, fuck up your day, fuck up your night, on a cell phone, my tattoos, right? Make that shit make sense. If nobody's gonna hurt you, you have a lot of healing to do. Worry about somebody's. Who are somebody's? Physical beings. Your parents, your siblings, your toxic ass partner, your toxic coworkers. Those are somebody's. That's understandable. They can't hurt you and bother you, because you're not potentially in the healing journey. If you are, you're in the beginning of a type of situation, or you're just on a journey. But the cool thing about social media, you test yourself. If anyone could trigger you, any negative emotion, any negative trigger, sad, depressed, bitter, hateful, like, how you're on a good day, live in the universe, you go on TikTok, IG, whatever, Bigo, and you see a post, or you want some live, they're all talking shit to each other, or whatever it is. Talk to yourself. Why and how am I bothered? I don't even know nobody behind this phone physically, and they just ruin my day. Now I have to go back to clock back in to go back to work, and my day's fucked to shit. My energy shifts every which way, and I don't know anybody in that phone. But that's a positive thing about social media if you use it correctly, to test yourself. Like, okay, let me go on social media and let me scope this out. And that's why it's triggers who or what caused it. But once again, in the beginning, you gotta talk to yourself. But it's not easy initially to talk to you because you think talking to yourself is crazy. The fuck it is. It's not crazy. You're sane everywhere. You're trying to become sane. Like, what? I'm not saying I'm depressed. You are. If higher source, whatever you believe in, I'm a single father, kids, I lost 2 families. I'm not saying depressed. What is the difference between you and I? Make that shit make sense. Let's break it down together. You don't have to. I respect your boundaries, but here's the kicker. So for how much longer in this lifetime will you suffer for? You can say love all you want, Buddha, higher source, but the situation at hand is you. You're the one standing depressed. Allah is where the mask smiles, but behind it we dying crying. I rocked that mask of smiles in this lifetime for 39 years. My tattoo is 39. I took it off at 39. I got blessed with my 10 light workers. I love them all to death because I got my life back. I would take like 30% credibility of what I talk about. 70% of the stuff I say is their healing notes. I took all 10 people, religious, spiritual, atheists, Buddhists, whatever they claim to be, and they just preached about, what I'm preaching about, and they got it Forewarn me. When I was going through it 5 years ago, losing my second family, Hey, what's up, Rio? How you doing? How's it going? I asked him, like, yo, what ever feel like, what do you feel? Like, what do you mean? Like, you speak confident. Like, anyone says this is the people you vibe with. You're the overage myself. You're my inner child. I was you. But see, I just told you the word was. I'm not you no more. I know. That's why I know those eyes. I know those fears. I know the tears. I was you. I won't ever go through that again because I don't need a partner. I want a partner. I was like, what? But everybody is everybody. Like, we're taught. No, you don't. Kids. You have kids, right? They need you for now. Are you a kid right now? No. You're an adult. You're trying to figure it out, right? So, when you start doing healing journey more to the awakening journey, awakens a lot better. Eventually, it is to become woke. Then you comprehend what I just told you. Nobody needs nobody at all, especially the adults. You don't need them at all. You want them if they want you. What? That's why I preach it. I don't need my partner. I want my partner. If she wants, I match energy, not take energy. If she takes my energy, what should I do? Verbalize boundaries. Learn how to say no. Learn how to be mean to her because she's being mean to I. Which is called what? Matching energy versus psychology. If I don't do that, spirituality talk, I'm being mean to myself, hurting my own feelings. Make that shit make sense, because I'm being a people pleaser. I know they're bullying me, but I sit there and I pray for them, born as a Catholic, because God could do for them. So if God could do for them, why they keep bullying you? Respectfully. That's what I'm saying. Like, if higher source can do for all of us, why are you suffering? So what I preach to the whole universe, once again, you don't comprehend this, I'm going to turn my back, and eventually make sure to hoodies, it's going to say, every day above ground, we all have free one choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? To be empathetic, that nice guy nice role, to be narcissistic, that bad girl, fuck boy, fuck role, a premeditated choice. What you are not changing, you are choosing. Straight to the point. What? Today you just be sad and depressed. Tomorrow, you don't have to be sad and depressed. And once again, if you are, you wake up to tomorrow morning, you wake up and then boom, sadness kicks in, depression. Okay, who or what is causing your sadness, depression? Fuck these feelings. Go get high, go get drunk, become a zombie, or cell phones. TikTok, you be scrolling. Me personally, I like codependency in a positive manner. I download like thousands. I've been doing this for 5 years now, right? To my last damn breath. Because I'm technology. We were blessed with technology, right? I download hella TikTok, IG videos, hella. I'll play them in a minute. A bunch of clips. On these platforms in America, I might not ever potentially blow up, which is cool. But on Red Note, TikTok sister type of situation, sister company, quote unquote, I'll potentially right there. And remember this, not because of me as a being. Remember that men do not support men. Women support women, kids support kids, everyone supports women and kids. They talk about what I'm talking about. Oh, we love them. Every single one of them. Once again, men do not support men. If a man talking about life, what I'm talking about on my tattoos, in the Spanish culture, they call me Monday Lone. English, a beta simp. I'm weak, I'm soft. I should be wearing a skirt type of situation, which I don't give no fuck about words. Because words don't have no feelings at all, right? But once again, Red Note, not because of me. Once again, my clips, right? Because it's a live podcast. It's people's clips. I go over there, I just upload it. Right now, I think I've been there since January, when the whole world in America, I can't say the whole world, in America, all these people that are codependent TikTok, they were about to jump off a cliff because TikTok went down for whatever, 8-9 hours. It was the end of the universe in America over TikTok. Pretty amazing. Welcome to codependency, addiction. Without TikTok, I can't live. Cool, there's a bridge right there. Go for it, have fun with it. It's just a cell phone, it's just an app. There's a zillion apps, by the way, So anyways, I want a Red Note, and what I do? I started posting up there. So
there's so many other apps, but they're so used to the comment in the apps that it's not even funny.
It's because for the most part,
there's Tuba,
right?
There's Clap, there's Likee.
Right.
There's so many other apps out there.
No, there is.
Focus on one.
Well, I can't speak in any of the country in America wise, but sure, TikTok's the best platform because the algorithm type of situation. You can learn about life if you want to learn about life on TikTok. Every which way, once again, and then from there wise, you got whatever, all this type of situation. But once again, it's amazing what an app does. The cell phone. We can't blame the cell phone once again. It's not the cell phone. It's the owner of the cell phone. I use the phone correctly, best as possible. I use the AI, and I download a bunch of clips. Once again, on Red Note, I'm already at 220,000 likes, and 99.99% of those videos are not mine. At all. They're all the things that I post, all about feelings, triggers. People comment, why do you want to trigger people? They're just feelings. The best part, if it's not your personal TikTok, that video, if it's not your video, somebody else's video, so why you bothered about somebody else's video? Why are you feelings about somebody else's video? Make that make sense. But the positive is, if it triggers you, negative triggers, sadness, depression, whatever, PTSD, trauma, talk to yourself. It's not my video. It's not my clip. It's a clip from a movie scene. So what did it trigger? What caused it? What's the flashback of, But once again, I tell you, you don't have to feel your feelings. If you don't want to start the healing journey, you don't want to feel, keep scrolling. That's what a lot of males do. Keep scrolling. You're on a journey. You're not ready for this yet. The queens, y'all love it. Because why? You want love. But the situation, you got to comprehend what it is. So you don't fall on your face again. And get sold a fucking dream. Don't get sold a dream, man. In the beginning, yes, like the Bible, we all say the same shit. Respect. This conversations, which I love and pursue, but it's a broken record. It's especially on TikTok. Every younger generation, all the middle school, high schoolers, especially you queens, because y'all too empathetic, because you overlove, overthink, you give your all. And then when he does you wrong, especially social media, fucking around middle school, high school, and no matter where you claim to be, why you making a TikTok if you crying respectfully? He goes to you, he fucked you up. Yes, I know. You think you're the only one going through it? No. But then they keep getting worse. So start your healing journey. Figure this shit out. You know, why did he do me wrong? Well, he did you wrong, but, you know, respect for not knowing, you might have allowed it. Or the door's right there. You could leave. I know it's not hurt. He's not your kid. Let him fuck up. Let him get in trouble. Let him fall to the street. It doesn't matter. He's not your kid. But once again, to the queen especially, if you want to stay there and be the fucking mother and the probation officer, stay there and sacrifice your life for one individual that's not on a healing journey, they're on a journey. You are doing opposite track, you know, respectfully. And that's why fear in a positive manner is a forewarning. The longer you are with that individual, the more it's going to hurt you, especially one if you're a square empathetic person. Because you will give your all, right? The downfall in the beginning, you don't know this, the victim mentality wise. We all say the same thing. My first baby mom, I gave her 12 years of my life. Well, what should I should have been saying is we gave each other 12 years of our life. But yes, she did sell me a dream. But here's the kicker. None of my family, nor her family, taught us these conversations at all. So once again, choose better. I'm gonna tell my back. It's gonna say choose better. ... Because everyone's tell you that bullshit, right? Because you choose toxic, quote unquote. You love toxicity. That's what they're all gonna tell you, right? So they say choose better. ... How can you choose better if you don't know better? And then what do? We blame our parents, our caregivers. My parents should have taught. My family should have taught me this. So the mother test is gonna say, how can you parents teach you better if they wasn't taught better? Make that make sense. And what's it called? The generational cycle. Everyone's stuck in the same shit initially. That's the Codependent technology every which way. Yo, fam, if you ever trying to make some extra paper. Thank you, though, Sam Rich. Respectfully, I don't make money on these platforms. It'd be nice if I got paid for what I did, but thank you, though. Positive talk does not make it money, especially the male. Females, I tell the queens all the time. I promise you 1,000 queens, take on my tattoos, take what I talk about, and you make a TikTok and put it on these platforms. You'll go viral. You make money. But when someone asks you, why do you say what you just said? And you be like, I don't know. This guy I follow on any platform out here, he told me to say it. And yeah, because you queens have what? Your voice is more powerful than the male's. Any kid, any female, any platform, your voice is more powerful than the male's voice. No comparison at all. At all. That's why guys talk their bullshit. The queens don't want to stay here. That's why we spell and say, I'm here for the queens. I'm not here for the males at all. The ones that actually want to call, talk, jump in the line, cool, let's talk and vibe. But they don't have to stay here. Because once again, they can say healing, God, Buddha, whatever, I'm a good person. But then this is all you talk about. Because it's all I care about. All I give a shit about is, I'm a big care bear. As individuals, I care about your feelings. Dead the fuck ass. Because I was you. You know, you're scared of love. Yeah, initially it is scary, but it's the wrong term of not love. You want to be scared of toxic love. That's what you don't want by your side. Because once again, we gave our all. You both gave your all. So once again, fear in a positive manner. Because no one says this shit. No one preaches this shit, which I do, right? And what is it? You and I cannot get nor buy back what God, the Almighty, He can't even give back to you. What is it? Love, time, feelings. When you comprehend that, why do you waste your love, your time, your feelings on wrong people around you, especially by your side, as a partner? Make that make sense. And that little saying will be tatted on my back. It mentioned make shirts and hoodies and put it on my platforms. Call me the fuck out. What, God? Ask God for any time back of your past. Oh, that's right. He can't give it back to you. It's been written. So why do you keep wasting your love, your time, your feelings on wrong people around you, especially by your side as a partner? That's the shit. Don't do that to yourself. You know, the door's right there. It might hurt initially, but I promise you 1,000, when you start on your healing journey, more awakened woke journey, it won't hurt. At all.
It won't hurt that much.
Nah, you got it from Warren. Respect for the mother of boys. Love and respect right here. She's the last queen this lifetime I will ever destroy my words, right? I'll forewarn you, I can trigger you, but my intent is not to hurt you purposely. Because, you know, I'm healed, I'm blessed now. I just tell stories. But I'll let you know, hey, just to let you know, babe, day one, I don't need you in my life. I want you in my life. If I'm too much for you, the door is right there. It'd be nice if we talked about it, but you don't have to talk about it. If you're just barely starting the healing journey, my energy can be too strong. And from there wise, you know what? You're not queen. You can't, and you won't hurt my feelings at all. I promise you that. Hey, number one, how you doing? How's it going? Welcome to live. You know, and that's the shit. How you doing? How's it going? How's your night? How's your morning? Whatever time it is.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
God bless you, Mama.
Thank you. Where are you guys from?
Florida.
Oh, Florida. I'm in Mass.
Where? Massachusetts?
Massachusetts. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How's it like? How's it like out there?
Oh, it's good. It's still cold. It's pretty cold right now.
Chilly
It's
willy.
like in the 40s. Yeah. Been raining.
Mm. Two seconds. You gotta keep talking. I'm playing a couple clips real fast.
Yes, thank you.
Oh yeah, welcome. Jesus love you all. Yeah, Jesus, Buddha, the universe. Oh, by the way, once again, I said you don't have to become a Buddhist, but I as a being, which I preach about, if you Spotify technology, right? Like I do DoorDash. Like why would Buddha? You know, you don't have to comprehend him, but it's mind and body. You know, and just straight to the point. Mind, body. Worry about yourself, and that's it. Be selfish in a positive manner. Anyone or anything that triggers you, why or who is it? Why do they cause it? Why do you allow it? You know. And once again, I wish it not exist if it does not exist. But it would. I was telling a customer at the farmers market. It would have been nice if someone told me when I was younger. But respectfully, there's not a lot of culture-based news to Washington on, like brown, Hispanic, Latino, Spaniards, and then white folk, Caucasian, and that's pretty much 90% of Eastern Washington State. The west side, the best side, Seattle tastes the rainbow. Every culture, every religion, all types of beliefs, right? But it would have been nice because I don't have to comprehend Buddha. But guess what? Mind and body. Heck, you know what? Let me focus on that because it's true. Like, which I preach about my tattoo. Your mind is strong as titanium, or it's weak, but like a piece of paper. And who will make that mind weak? The person by your side. When the relationship goes from love to toxic love, now you're sad, now you're depressed because that one person by your side, and then you go to them. That's not fun. Trust me, that's not fun at all. Because you can love the universe, Buddha, church, etc., but the person by your side that you love, they don't love you back. There it is. You're doing opposite track. It's going to hurt every which way if you allow it to hurt. And the pain is not forever. It's only if you allow it to be forever. That's the situation for everybody, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. Once again, all this I talk about, heal all my tattoos. Because the customer asked me today, she's like, so all these tattoos about the healing journey? Like, yes. So, like, that's your ex? That's mother of my boys. Co-parenting. So when you see that tattoo, you don't like, have a regret or you like, you didn't become sad. Like, no, it was a blessing in disguise. She made the best decision for us 5 years ago. It hurt 7 years in, deep, right? But the relation, on the overall, relationship was toxic. I put it through a lot of hell. Like, when you start the healing journey and you fall back and, you know, like, you're not a bad person, whatever, you claim to be religious, spiritual, but you put your partner, you treat everybody else good, right? But you treat your partner bad and you hurt them every which way. That's the shit for everybody. Like, how can you do that to somebody that you love, quote unquote, and especially you have a family and kids with, you know? Make that shit make sense. That's the, you gotta be very careful. Like, yes, and that's why you can say sorry. Sorries don't fix shit. The full universe, sorries don't fix shit at all. Especially if you keep doing it over and over again and standing repetitive, it doesn't fix shit at all. That's to teach them all my kids, you know? And that's what my second oldest, he always says to his brothers, sorry don't fix nothing. And then what did all the brothers say? My kiddos, their siblings and stuff. Man, you sound like dad. And he's like, yeah, cause dad's right. I'm like, whoa, you could do it once, but if you keep doing it over, it's sorry don't fix nothing. Don't keep doing the same thing over and over again. You're not sorry because if you were sorry, you would try not to do it again. You avoid it best as possible to forewarn you. I'm trying to teach you guys so you don't become your mother and father best as possible. You don't become us at all, you know? Try to do better than us best as possible.
Pretty much. I agree.
Oh, I'm going to play some clips real fast, cool? So this one's been Lauren Hill, The Matrix Talk.
Who saw the movie The Matrix? Okay. Good. Then we can start from a point of reference. Matrix was a banging movie to me, and the reason why I appreciated it so much was because you remember at the end when Neo realized his potential, he started to see the binary code. You remember that, the whole world? Well, that's where I'm trying to be spiritually. I'm trying to see the word of God in the whole world. So every time that agent throws a punch, I'm like, I see you. Oh, okay. I'm just catching his punches. So I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid because I'm starting to see that. Things are just, situations materialize themselves and, oh, he's an agent. But here's the trick. Here's the trick. Here's the trick is that you have to remember that sometimes you can be an agent. You can be an agent to yourself. You can be an agent against someone else and not even realize that you're being used, you know? That's the Matrix.
Love the Matrix. I'm gonna tap this for a reason, right? And it's a badass movie. If you haven't seen the movie, the series, I highly recommend it. But just once again, don't go down too deep in the rabbit hole. Like once again, as it being, I'll talk about God. I don't sit on God, higher source. Like I believe, I use the word idea and faith. I believe there's higher source out there, right? But I keep it today, the now, the present, best as possible. Like in your personal life, what are you going through? You know, you can be whatever you believe in, but there's nothing wrong with that. But the situation at home, if it's toxic, why is it toxic? Are you toxic? Is your partner toxic? You know, let's say you live by yourself and it's toxic. I know initially being alone is scary, but I promise you 1,000. When you go from the healing journey to the awakening journey, because there's 4 journeys: healing, awakening, awake. Last one, the hardest one to get to is woke journey. You know, nothing wrong being alone. Initially, it is because the codependency part. But what whoops your ass is every night, because during the day, for the most part, you distract yourself. Family, friends, social media, work, gym therapy, traveling is cool. But when you go home at night, no physical body by your side. So what happens? Now you become lonely. The loneliness kicks in, because yes, you see everybody else in healthy relationships or toxic relationships, but they have a body by their side. You don't have a body by your side. And a lot of us, because of codependency, we fucking, it can become super toxic to the point where your partner tells, you know, everyone tells you, did you know I just saw your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife at the club in the streets with another guy, another girl, and they'll be like, I've seen, you might have done it yourself personally or observed it. It's okay. They always do that. I always fuck around, but every night they come back home to me like, yeah, you don't want to be saying that, man. There's nothing to be proud about at all. Like, yeah, they do go home to you. They body hopped all day, party and kick it, but yes, facts, they do go home to you, and then you sleep in the same bed or separate beds, and yes, because of codependency, a zillion people in all the universe, because I'm always throwing in your face, because once again, I was you. You know, you're stressing about one. So the cool thing about like what she's saying, Matrix talk, as in coding talk, I'm a geek tech, I work in computers, right? The coders, I talk to them, and they're trying to figure, and they're my people, you know, behind the face, these platforms, you know, face to face in Seattle, coders, programmers, awesome beasts, right? But I tell them, okay, you're a coder, you know AI stuff, which is beautiful, right? So why can't you figure out the code of your life? And they stay quiet, all of them. What? I'm a geek techie. I'm the doctor. I fix computers. I do upgrades. I'm not a software engineer, networking, coding. I know of it. I know the lingo. I don't comprehend it. I haven't touched that. I could, but respectfully, I leave it at here because computers ain't shit to me, right? So, why you're a coder? You speak that tongue to say hi. My name is Margarito Ayala. I'm Mr. Washington. It's a fucking paragraph. A regular being, like I see it, I know it's coding, you know, but I don't comprehend what I'm seeing. It just, you know, alphabetic letters and numbers. That's all it is, symbols, but I don't know what the fuck it means. You look at it, and you'd be, oh yeah, well you see, there's your name. See, all that typing to just say that 2 sentences. Like, yeah, so you comprehend coding. So that's why once again I asked him, so why can't you figure out the coding of your life? So as the being, all I'll see is 3 codes. Squares, empathetic people on my tattoos, circles, people too narcissistic, and zombies, addicts and addiction. I only see 3 codes. I don't see color, I don't see race, I don't see religion, what your belief, respectfully. I see you and your energy as a being. And the best part, I don't gotta talk to you. No one's gonna speak to nobody to comprehend people. You just don't know that yet. That's why judging people, like I get judged, only God can judge. I get judged all the time. Look at homeboy jumped in earlier. Prison tattoos, you can say prison tattoos. That hurt my feelings. You have the right to assume that, but here's the kicker. Once again in Seattle, I said it earlier, a lot earlier in the live, you know, they look in Seattle, they be like, man, your looks are deceiving, because they're looking at me, a little, you know, being more aware. I look 10 kilos, but when I open my mouth, I speak to people, you know, at the I'm DoorDash, you know, farmer's market, just bullshit with the customers, bullshitting with people, like, man, your looks are very deceiving. Yeah, but here's the best part. The reason I was having this conversation, because all my tattoos, words. In Seattle, I'm famous. They take pictures. You know, you got more tattoos? Yeah, on my chest, working on my back. Oh, really? I put my shirt up. Oh, shit. Yeah, what are you doing? Just no universe. So once again, 5 years ago, I met about universe when I figured this shit out, right? And I'm gonna call everybody out. I don't care what you claim to be, religious, spiritual, atheist. I don't care. If you've been knowing this healing journey, if you know this terminology, why don't you pay it forward? Get the fuck ass. Why do you have too much pride and ego, and you be narcissistic? And then you look at people, well, I can tell them something. I can forewarn them, but fuck that. They're younger than I am. Let them learn the hard way. Nah, you're not like respect. I'll call you the fuck out. You're being too narcissistic. Every which way. Put your pride and ego away. They don't have to comprehend you, but guide and forewarn them. That's what I preach. Whatever you believe in, higher source of beings, raw communication, we're all messengers. Nobody has to comprehend you. When you start the healing journey more in the awakening, woke journey, you're going to see people's energy, and you know they're about to go fall on their face. You know they're about to get destroyed. You know that because that was you. That's your old self. They don't have to... Huh?
You know that because that was you. Yeah, sometimes
right.
you just know it. Like, you just...
Right. So that's once again because you're in the healing journey, more in the awakening journey. Because now you can observe energy like, oh shit, red flags, boundaries, awesome. That's a positive. And now your kid, your best friend, your coworker is about to get destroyed. Hey, this is my boyfriend, girlfriend. Like, you see energy off the back. Like, damn, like, yeah, cosmetically they're beautiful. They have money, power, and fame. But as they being, they're not good people, especially for you.
Exactly.
And then they'd be like, you know, you're wrong. You're wrong. Like,
bottom, that's what I say.
right. And they'll let you know you're wrong. I love them.
I said that you're giving them and they're not heeding to it. You gotta let them hit rock bottom so they can realize how bad their life is.
Right, I get that. Learn the hard way to a certain extent, but what I believe, if you're in the healing journey, more in the awakening, woke journey, guide and forewarn. They don't comprehend you. Check out. I was you. Let me tell you a little story, or this is somebody else's story. And once again, you're paying it forward. They don't have to comprehend. And you tell them, just to let you know, which I do my one-on-one, people in Seattle, behind the screen type of situation. See this technology, my cell phone tattoo? Just to let you know, if you ever want to, I'm out to the whole universe. I'm always your pocket 24/7, 365. Decode them by technology. If you want to exchange numbers, email addresses, these platforms, whenever, today, to now, if I'm still alive today, tomorrow, 20 years from now, you can always reach out. You know, it's been 10 years. I'm reaching out. I'm going to do my healing journey. Like, you talked to me 10 years ago. Can you teach me something? What do you want to talk about? I go, give me a word or sentence, and I elaborate best as possible. I'll give you all my notes, knowledge, wisdom, knowledge, and metaphor riddles. I will tell you stories, but you don't have to comprehend. Nobody has to comprehend nobody at all. So that's the thing for everybody out there. For one universe, nobody has to comprehend you at all, just for one you. So, but the ones that try in the healing journey, they're the ones that will make comments or ask questions, spark conversations. Because what I preach to the whole universe, if you don't make a comment or ask a question, you won't ever spark a conversation, you won't ever know. Think is not knowing, judge is not knowing, assume is not knowing, gossip is not knowing. I am A, you are B. You're looking at my tattoos, prison tattoos, but you didn't tell me verbally. You told the whole block, the whole social media platforms. And someone comes to me, the C3Z party, August, and guess what? You got prison tattoos? That's what I heard you had. Like, you can say that, but no, I don't have prison tattoos. Like Homeboy said, like, no respect. A lot of prisoners come out, they found God, and they become Bible thumpers. Nothing wrong with that, but the intent to live God best as possible. But once again, God, Buddha is not a bad thing. It's a person by your side, and you can meet him at church, at the temple hall. A for effort, but if they match in energy or they take in energy, that's the situation for everybody. And that's for everybody out there. You got to be careful you get involved with. Nothing wrong with what you believe in. And they can believe in the same thing. But it's energy. And that's the person, once again, as a potential. Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree with you.
Oh, there's a podcast I highly recommend. It's called Tonight's Conversation. And it's hella toxic shit on there, but they elaborate best as possible. Respect when I say this for the most part. A lot of people on this platform, you can tell they're from the ghetto hoods. Like, I'm from the ghetto hoods, but I'm not in it. I grew up in this shit, but I'm not in it. I look like I am cosmetically, but, I'm not in it. Once again, I live in it. So if you live in the ghetto hoods, especially in the ghetto hoods, my analogy, metaphor, hell on earth, toxic love, broken codependent relationships, kids have more love than adults do. You don't have to be in it. Like, yes, physically you live in it. You don't have to be in the streets best as possible. Avoid the streets every which way. Every way you want to go, for the most part, go in and out. You can't, in the ghetto hoods, especially in the ghetto hoods, you cannot find love at the clubs, house parties, and bars. At all. You can meet your future baby mom, baby father, or entanglements. They can tell you I'm single, really, and they found out they're married, or they still live with the baby mom's baby father. Like, okay, but I love them. Pray for you. I go my day, go my life, you know? And that's the shit. You gotta be observant in your environment. It's all about energy. But anyways, I highly recommend that conversation. I mean, that podcast, tonight's conversations, because they have a lot of little clips, good conversations. Because once again, especially more on the queen side, like you queens are, even if you're narcissistic wise, you want love and you give it to the wrong person, and then what? Point the everyone initially the victim mentality. You have the right to point the finger, but the question is for how much for longer. Especially when we get older. If you're 40 plus, respectfully, you're 40 plus, and you're still pointing the finger, like you have a lot of healing to do. You can be, yes, you have the right to be mad, hateful, bitter initially, but for how much for longer? You know, respectfully, for how much for longer? You know.
Exactly.
I'm so glad you said that, because a lot of times when we enter into these relationships with people we should not be in a relationship with because of the fantastic ideas that we tell ourselves and diluting reality, we have to point the finger at ourselves. I can tell you that the majority of the heartbreaks that I went through, there were glaring red flags. And I chose to either minimize those flags or hope that this person was going to end up becoming the potential that I hoped for, growing into the mold that I created for them. Those little small behaviors are typically very big characteristics of who they are. And we just don't be attentive to that. Hold on, let me say this. If you lie about something right now, something small, and then you lie about it again on Saturday, and then you lie about something new, you are a liar.
Women don't want to know.
If you're no, they need to know the truth. Yeah, whether they don't want to know it or not, they need to know the truth. If I see that you have poor behavior with your friends, if I see you are a person who lacks integrity, if I see that you are dismissive, if I see that your communication is bad, if I see that your conflict management is bad, each time I have saw it, I chose not to pay attention because it didn't fit the idea that I created of you. Yep, yes. And until you get out of that fantasy world that you are living in and see that person as who they are, you're going to continue to hurt yourself.
Facts, 1,000. Not knowing. Initially we do that. That's the type of, like, we start the healing journey, more in the awakening journey. You fall back, and all my tattoos, like my life potential. She's like, oh, my exes, I let that go. Past pain, toxic love, I let that go. Trauma, let that go. And the last one, child trauma. Respect, rest in peace. Her father passed away. My mom, she's like, my mom's that one I'm still working on, and that's my neck tattoo. So that's the shit. All your exes, every single one of them. I don't know how in this lifetime how many you had. If you're single again, scared to get destroyed, because they might potentially break trust and loyalty. So of all your exes from whatever age you are to middle school, high school, when you started dating, right? What's all the red flags? Because if you break down, I say respectfully, if anyone says this corny ass line, all my exes are toxic, they're all crazy. Did you know you're toxic and crazy? You love toxic love. You don't know what love is. Because I promise you 1,000, if you knew what love is, you would not be talking about this. Or you would have walked away a long time ago. I love you, but I'm selfish in a positive way. I love myself more. Because if I don't got myself, who got me? You don't got me. And I'm the person you love, quote unquote. I got to go. Peace, So that's the situation. That's when you start observing, like, damn. Not knowing you actually allowed to happen because you don't know what boundaries are, what standards are, or what your love languages are. I don't want to be mean, hurt the feelings. Oh, well, that's what guys do. That's what girls do. Say all those bullshit excuses. Say that. And when they catch up, then what? Now you play them and tell a soft story to the whole universe. Boo-hoo me. But they've been telling you, or you've been observing and being say shit because I don't want to be mean, hurt their feelings, I pray about how it manifests. Yeah. You can pray for your partner for a day, a week, a month, not fucking months or years to be. Don't do that to yourself. Don't self-sabotage your life. But a lot of us do it not knowing. More than the men say respectfully. Why am I saying what I'm saying? I barely started speaking like this 5 years ago. Prior to that, I would debate about mammy bullshit. I was a blue pillar on a journey. I could debate about race versus politics, man versus woman, all the corny-ass conversations. Nothing about the healing journey. I can't even tell my partner correctly. I give every person in the universe advice, but I'm my partner. But I love her. We got a family together. Don't become me and many of us because we don't know this conversation. That's why a lot of men not knowing we self-sabotage relationships. We're not taught well. We're not taught about, hey, just to let you know, you can be cool with others, but be cool with your partner. Talk about everything best as possible. If not, you need guidance, I'm here for you. But once again, on the male side, we're not taught man-to-man conversations. Work hard. Be the provider. A for fucking effort. Money can't give you advice to life. You can get a therapist counselor if you have a decent good one, if you can afford it. If not, then what do you got? But yes, you're a provider. A for effort. You know?
Life is not going to get easier. It's just that your mind and your body become more resistant,
no, I'm not that famous.
more strong. Same situation, more relaxed. Why? Because you finally start to find a solution that is within your reach, within your hands. You're going to lose your mother. You're going to lose your father. You're going to lose animals and humans that you love. It's going to happen. You're going to lose money, and at the same time, people are also going to hurt you, even though you don't even know what you did wrong. Things like this are going to happen in this lifetime. To wait for better times to come, where the world will be completely in peace, and you can walk peacefully over the street, never having the fear that somebody's going to come and do something to you. It's not going to happen, because the world is just the way as it is. But knowing this, preparing yourself, learning the right ways or useful ways that are developing yourself physically and mentally to be able to walk through this lifetime. That's possible. That is something that is available to us. It's just you need to get rid of those fantasies that better times are going to come. If we don't create the better times, nothing's gonna happen.
Facts. I read his name. He's like a Shaolin monk. Beast, like more like, you know, Buddhist, quote unquote Buddha. But once again, like, you can be whatever you can to be religion, positive talk, but that's you as one being. Like, you know, you can show respect, be compassionate, but no one has to match energy, be compassionate. To forewarn you, like, you can say, I love you, I'm here to guide and forewarn you, and then punch you in the mouth. What the fuck was that about? You know, defend yourself, but you shouldn't get to that point. But once again, I preach about energy. You, in the whole universe, you can travel, right? It's energy. You can see the ghetto hoods and the suburbs, good areas. The community, look at the street. It looks nice. It's clean. Welcome to good areas. The suburbs more likely. But once again, observe people's energy. The ghetto hoods, for the most part, all my tattoos, hell on earth. The suburb ghetto is heaven on earth. Best as possible. That's why its energy shifts so fast. Downtown Seattle, south side, respect nothing against Tacoma. It's, you know, it's the ghetto hoods. You do have good areas, but then 5-10 minutes, you're back in the block. Downtown Seattle, the north side, for the most part, to like, I don't know, say like, well, majority of the north side, you know, east, west of it. It's the suburb of good areas. That's why I do DoorDash in the north side, Malian Terrace, Linwood area, because there's parking, you know, and it's room type of situation. Downtown Seattle on the south side, I can make more money. The downfall, there is no parking. Respect for, you know, if I didn't have those tattoos, I could still DoorDash. They might look at me because I'm a new person, but when I got tattoos, you know, there's potential altercation, gang mafioso type of situation, because they think I'm one of them, thinking not knowing. But once again, I can get checked, and they respectfully, in the ghetto hood, there's not a lot of boundaries. The girls, they look, but they respectfully, that's why it's called emotionally cheating. They're staring too much, you know, in front of the partners. Hey, number one, how you doing, how's it going? Too much, and that's going to cause altercations. And I'm not going to get into altercation because, you know, their girlfriend's looking at me too much, or the wife's looking at too much, like more than supposed to, you know? And that's just for everybody. That's what I preach about environments. So once again, as a being, you can be good as a being, but what about the person as potential partner and everybody around you? That's what matters every which way. If you want to have a healthier, better life as a being. But remember, that's you as one being. You're not the only one in the whole universe. Look, you get love it or hate it, or you can live in the bubble and stay home and not ever leave. If you can afford that and you have someone take care of you, then cool, you blessed. You blessed, but can you, first and foremost, by yourself, can you live by yourself alone? By yourself, you know? And if you can do that, then cool, you're doing good for yourself. But eventually, potentially, you might want a partner or whatever term you benefit, whatever term you want to use, you know, will that work out for you, for both of you, not just one of you, both of you? And if it fails, the big word rejection, are you worried? Do you worry about, for the foreign universe, if you worry about rejection, if you worry about it, you have a lot of healing to do. Just to let you know, you can shoot your shot and they can say no. Can you handle the word no? And remember this.
Yeah, can you handle it?
You can ask a question. In my situation, let's say a queen shoots a shot, and I say no, respect the queen. And she asks me, like, and remember this, you can ask a question, they don't have to answer. They don't have to elaborate. And they're like, well, you know, like, you know, in the south side, you know, in Seattle, the south side, but queen cosmetic, you're beautiful, yes. But respect on the south side, you queens, yeah, your mindset's more.
Your
your mind and body, right? Cool, cosmetics, but I preach about, I date your body for sure, but your mind. In fact, can your body give me advice to life? Can your body talk to me? Your mind tells your mouth to move and have these words come out, these conversations. So if I can't talk to you, then what am I doing with you? Yes, queen cosmetic, you beautiful, exotic, badass body. You blessed cosmetically, but that means I can't talk to you. And lust is part of it, empathetic or narcissistic. It'd be part of becoming one, but after we're done, then what? We can brag about, our TLC is phenomenal, but after we're done, I can't talk to you. We stare at each other. Yeah. Fucking crickets. I gotta go. What we do this for? Just for lust? Then why be a couple? Do benefits, situations, friends, whatever bullshit term you want to use. But my situation, I want love. I don't want toxic love. I don't want to do benefits. Been there, done that. But my situation, I tell people in the healing journey when we choose to be single, how long will you be single for? Give yourself an ETA time. I don't give myself 5 years, respectfully. A zillion queens of the whole universe, no one's in the healing journey, more on the awakening woke journey. But just to forewarn you, maybe in this lifetime there is no potential for you. So what do you, what decision do you make for yourself? Stay single, celibate, and just forewarn you, the big word celibacy. Cool, you're celibate, they're celibate. Just because you're celibate, higher source does not guarantee you a healthy relationship. Just to forewarn you. And they can preach about God, it does not matter what they preach about. You love with this, spirituality, you're spiritual. A for effort, but it's energy. Actually speak on the words. And then once again, if you can't control your lust, that's everyone narcissist traits. If from their wives, you lock eyes, the physical touch, they touch your shoulder, oh my gosh, she touched me. You get whatever, yes, I get it, it's a physical touch, it feels good, but feelings aren't factual. Are they acting nice, being narcissistic, or are they being nice, being empathetic? I then keep it 100, so your dream, keep it 1,000. I actually want to be with you. I want to know your universe. Cool, that's a positive, But once again, you got to try to match energy best as possible if you want to get into a healthy relationship best as possible. For the most part, in the beginning, it starts like pretty much matching energy, but little by little, if the spark starts ending, now they're taking energy, or you're taking their energy. And a lot of people can say, I'm ready. There's so many people that say that I want relationships, I want to do this, and then when they get into it, they get scared. If you used to talk relationships, the day you get healthy, you love, you might call it boring. You might get scared before they cheat on me, because we think to ourselves, this is too good to be true. Before they cheat on me, I'll cheat on them. Before they leave, I'll leave. Before they ghost, I'll ghost. And let's say they wasn't ever gonna do that to them. That's what say my situation.
You never know.
I don't worry about that. If they say I have a girlfriend, which I don't, but let's say I do, and then she's thinking that she could be a healing journey, all this. I can speak to many thousands of queens, right? And then we get involved with each other, and then she sees once again his energy potentially might be too strong for them. Because a lot of people, I love your energy, king. Yeah, queens, respect when I say this. Thank you. I heard that quite a bit, but you can say that now. If we have the conversation, who knows? Maybe it can evolve to more. But I was for 5 years ago, just to let you know, a lot of people do not like black and white way of thinking, of living. I go, that's the way I live. That's the way I think. I think it's like Buddha, straight to the point. Okay, I get you sound depressed, but why or who? What caused it? What? I respect your boundaries, but do you want to talk about it? You don't have to talk about it, but just to forewarn you. But you say you want love and relationships, so that you meet a potential, a partner, and they ask you the same thing I just asked you. What are you gonna do? Push them away? But you say you want love, relationships. Make that make sense?
Yeah.
And when it comes to religious talk, I highly recommend this cat. He goes by Johnny Chang. He's a beast. I got tattooed, but he's got tattoos. He's I want to say neck to ankle. He's sleeved up, and he's a minister. So if you look at him, prison tattoos, he got prison tattoos, gang mafioso, all that. He lived that life, right?
You're talking about Johnny Chang.
Say it again?
Johnny Chang?
Yeah, Johnny Chang. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Johnny Chang. So huh?
Real good.
Oh yeah. No, he's a beast. Yeah. No, he's a beast. That's why I promote him. So once again, I'm saying you don't have to become religious. You can be atheist, but once again, as long as you're patient enough, open-minded enough, you hear people's stories. You don't have to comprehend nobody. But if you're too narrow-minded, more being narcissistic side, you be closed-minded and shit. I'm an atheist. Fuck religion. Fuck the spiritual. Fuck astrology. Cool. You might have learned something. You don't have to comprehend what they're saying, but listen to the story, especially when it comes to potential to be. But once again, you don't have to. Fuck it, go. You want to find your face the hard way? Go find your face. I pray for the universe. I go my day. I go my life. But once again, I promote him every day. So I promote Buddha. I promote Johnny Chan because once again, he breaks down the Bible best as possible because respect. Once again, nothing against them. When I say that, I use the term Bible thumpers. But he went to prison. He got out. The pastor. Beautiful stories, right? And the pastor helped him out. God forewarned him, and now he's doing good for himself. Really, the beast. I love the way he speaks when it comes to like the Bible. He elaborates about it to the fullest because he'll read the Bible, obviously also terminology, and then he elaborates to our terminology, and he gives ideas, scenarios, analogy because his pastor taught him this ways of speaking. He thought people might understand the Bible because it's like Japanese, right? Also terminology, but you can do analogies, metaphors, and it's cool. That's cool. And the cool thing is like his energy is beautiful, cool, calm, collective. He'll tell you about it, what he's been through, all that shit. If you go to his podcast, he's a beast. Johnny Chang, TikTok, THEE Johnny Chang. He's an awesome individual. Once again, he's like respect. He says like Bible thumper in a positive manner.
Bible like 25 times, 24 times.
Yeah. So yeah, he read the Bible 25 times. Read it back to forward type of situation, which is beautiful. Nothing wrong with that because he's trying to comprehend everything about it, right? But once again. Oh yeah, no, which is good, yeah. So once again, and I tell people like that's good what he's doing, but I preach about once again, whatever you believe in, there's nothing wrong with the higher source is, but it's the person by your side. And they could be studying the same thing as you're studying. And then lovey-dovey, and then it becomes toxic. And there's the dilemma. Now it becomes toxic. Negative energy, you're doing the opposite track. You don't gotta stay there, at all. You can leave whenever you want to. Don't feel guilty about it. I know it's scary initially, but it's a zillion people in the universe. Why it's just about one? Respectful, So that's the thing which I preach about. Don't feel guilty about it. You gave him how many chances, and they're still not changing their ways. They don't have to, And then remember, there's terminology. Allow us to initially, you'll tell us, babe, if you love me, you'll change for us, change for me. Like, don't say that term, change for me. That's called people please. They will change for you because they're people pleasing. And what do you say? You tell us to change for you. We change for you for whatever. Fuck a day, 30 days, 90 days tops. And then we go back to our old ways. And then what do y'all say? Baby was doing so good. Why you go back to your old ways? I don't know. Like I would say, I don't know. I know I was doing good. I don't know why I'm going back to my old ways. Because the answer is I was people pleasing. That's why it's terminology. You don't say, babe, chill out. Let's say I have a partner, right? Say it again. Addicted, well, yeah, for sure, addicted. For the most part, just like we don't comprehend. But we're people pleasing. We'll change for you. People do that shit all the time because we want you're my partner. I love you. I will change for you. Like no, that's what you say. It's the terminology. You should be saying that, baby. If you love us, right? You don't change for me. You change for yourself first and foremost, and then for our relationship to progress forward. If you don't, just to let you know, whatever time frame you want to give them, ETA, just 5 days from now, a year from now, I'm leaving. I love you, but I love myself more. I gotta go. And they don't have to comprehend you. You know how many people that are so traumatized, they used to talk relationship, and all my exes said the same shit. They would leave, but they always came back. But if you meet a person, the healing journey, more on the waking woke journey, those higher journeys wise, they'd be like, okay, cool. Remember this? Yes, I used to be you. And my exes did the same shit. They said the same shit. And yes, trauma bonds. The term is called trauma bonds. We came back to each other. I don't deal with toxicity. So you don't have to believe me. You don't comprehend me. But babe, just to let you know, 30 days from now, and remember that when you want to leave, you be like, oh, my shit's there, my stuff, yes. Man-made things are replaceable. Me as a being, I don't buy expensive shit at all. I don't care about man-made things for the most part. My expensive stuff, my technology, my cell phone, my laptop, something techie, right? But it's replaceable. So she don't have to comprehend me. I could leave all my stuff at her, let's say we live together, apartment type of situation, scenario, not factual. And she thinks I'm coming home. The routine, I get home every day at 5 p.m., whatever after work type of situation, or 6 p.m. scenario. Let's keep it simple, 6, right? And I told her, hey, 30 days from now, and to my baby, just to let you know, you're not doing better. You're still being jealous and trolling. Whatever boundary she's breaking, whatever she's not trying for our relationship to progress. So it's day 30. What happens? I go to work, and after that, I don't go home at all. And she's going to be home at 7. I don't go home at 7. She texts me, baby, where you at? I do a scenario all the time. Once again, it's not factual scenario, right? to forewarn all the queens, this is what I do. I don't deal with toxicity, right? Respectfully. And then I don't respond. She called me, let's say, she called me, baby, where you at? First and foremost, it's not a baby anymore. I told you 30 days ago, my name's Margarito Yala. What's going on? Where you at? First and foremost, you're my ex. Doesn't matter where I'm at. I could be in Dubai, Pluto. Doesn't matter. What's going on? But, you thought I was playing. No, I told you, and it's factual. I don't know toxicity. You didn't change your ways. Learn from this. Maybe the next potential to be in the healing journey, when they tell you the same thing, change for us, they're talking to you. And more likely they'll get to believe that what I just did. But you don't have to comprehend this. So you're my ex now. Nothing against you. I can be your friend associate. I can be a real support team. You can figure out when to start the healing journey if you want to start the healing journey. But with us, there is no us. I am single once again. I love you, but once again, I'm selfish in a positive manner. I love myself more. Because if I don't got myself, who got me? I'll be clear you don't. I got to go. There's got to be another queen in the universe that's in the healing journey. Respectfully, you know?
Yeah, respectfully, yeah, you gotta know what's best for you. And what's not.
Right, and then a little off subject, and I say respectfully once again, it's a big term to use, right? So on Facebook, people send friend requests, especially, a lot of these males sometimes, and then they want to be like spiritual people. You go to the page, because me as a being, before I accept someone's friend request on any platform, I'll go on your platform and I see what you're posting, what you're talking about, right? So this person, spirituality talk, religion, God, Buddha, all that, these positive posts, right? And then DM me, and he's a cat from Kenya, Africa, and he's begging for $1. I tell you, King, bro, if I had money to spare, I would, but here's the kicker, just to let you know, we don't know from each other, I'm a single father of kids, co-parenting, scraping by financially. I'm sorry what you're going through, but respect, I can't give you a penny. And the kid's begging, I was like, I text him back, messaging him back on Messenger, just to let you know, why you begging? Don't be begging in life. Remember this, like, no one has to give you nothing. You can ask, they don't have to respond to you at all. They can block you. I don't really block. You can just talk to yourself, stay in DMs all you want, respectfully. But just don't. People that keep begging, for the most part, they will gas and manipulate, tell stories, send you pictures like, you know what, I'll pay it forward. Like, yeah, you send your money if you want to, but once again, if someone really wants to, why is there? They understand where you're coming from. Like, maybe in due time I can help you, but now I can't. They respect your boundaries, You can't save the whole universe. If you're financially alive, go donate all you want. If you can't, you got necessities, accessories, needs, wants. What is it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna be letting you go. You have a blessed morning. I'm gonna get some rest.
I'm gonna have that night. Take care, be safe. I was good seeing you.
Yeah.
Take care, ciao.
Take care.
Smoking. Not smoke. I don't smoke at all. Two seconds, guys.
Johnny from John.
Oh, so this is Johnny Chang, right? So this is a guy I promote, like, he's awesome beast. Because remember, like, everyone has their own terminology, like Christianity, Christian, Catholic, Jehovah, Mormon. Everybody has their own definition. So once again, the way he speaks, I'm the same way he is. Like, you don't gotta go to church to believe in higher source, God, Buddha, whatever you believe in at all. If you can, cool. But once again, you have all these churches, these halls, these temples that it could be positive energy or negative energy. Everyone's traumatized for the most part, and for the most part, no one wants to respect you. Yo, hope you're doing good. God bless you, Pastor Johnny. He's fire. Oh yeah, no. Likewise, thank you, Luffy. Johnny Chang's a beast, man. I love that. Once again, like, if you have a chance, of an opportunity, like, you don't have to become religious now. Once again, but he tells stories. Once again, idea of faith type of situation. And everyone has one speaking, but his energy is beautiful every which way. That's why, I'll play his clip in a minute why it became viral. He's been out, but he kept it more like, he would go more to like prisons and, more church type of situation. He really do like podcasts for the most part. He started barely doing that thing like maybe like, don't quote me now, 3-4 years ago type of situation, I believe. And now he made this clip, which is beautiful because the healing journey, I let go of my exes, my past, pain, toxic, trauma. The cherry on top, the hardest one is child trauma. Like, how you supposed to forgive your caregivers, your parents that destroyed the fuck out of you? They could be verbally abusive, physically abusive, you know, whoop the shit out of you. Yours to be like, you know, and you're a little kid in your ass whoop. My tattoos. Your parents that would physically, you know, verbally whoop your ass, physically whoop your ass. Modern slavery. Slavery's not fucking been dead. Your parents, you're slave masters. You're the kid, you're a slave. No one has to be here. Yeah, but we're fucking here. But you're a kid, like, getting your ass beat, like, bro, like, what am I doing wrong? It's not you. It's because your parents, probably more on the father's side, they weren't taught these conversations at all. That's why it's called the big term, the generational cycle. My parents should have taught me better. Well, did your grandparents teach your parents better? No. So they intend not to become them respectfully, best as possible. Speaking facts, thank you, Louis King 1000. I just tell stories once again. I didn't become like my father, the physical abuser, but I became the verbal abuser. The overage myself, I give my number 3. I'll give you 3 chances just to let you know. You know, my Model 2 universe. You know, I match energy. You know, if you can't words, please don't open your mouth. If you play dumb, I'll play dumber. If you play stupid, I'll play stupider. If you can't words, please don't open. I will traumatize you. My neck tattoo, matching the NF the rap artist. If you was coming to Alpha warned you, cool, bet. Listen, the gloves are off. I'll keep it 1,000. I'll tell you the truth. And when I trigger you, which I shall, and you're matching, I had a door. As it is, before I met you, you were stressed and depressed, you know, toxic relationships, traumatized as fuck. And now you allow me to come in your life and trigger you. And every day you wake up, fuck that guy with tattoos. You don't gotta know my name. I wake up, I pray for the universe, I go on my day, go on my life. Why did you allow me to come in your mansion and I had a door of pain? I don't know you. The less stress in life, the better for yourself. I promise you that 1,000. That's why don't worry about nobodies, people you don't know, especially in that platform. You know, worry about somebody's physical beings, people you know, you grew up with, they're traumatized, they bully you, whatever type of situation. Those are somebody you gotta deal with for now. Eventually, due time, you can potentially cut them off. Loki, Eastern Washington, I have no friends. What are friends? Deadass. Me, but once again, I preach about social media. I'm on 9 platforms, 9 cell phones, a live podcast. I talk to you, got my tattoo. Hashtag social media family. Y'all my people. You're more family than my own personal family. They all look at me. I'm fucking crazy, you know. And then I get my pops. I work with them, right? He'd be like, because Gary, co-customer Devolve by North Bend, Washington, right, by Seattle side, and Gary, older cat, you know, obviously different generation, like a little older than my pops, you know, and they're like, hey, Ramon, my dad's name. Where's your tattoos? My dad gets his knife. Tell him to take his tattoos off. You know, cut him off type of situation. Look at your son. He's like, oh, I don't do tattoos. You know, my son's crazy. It didn't hurt my feelings at all. Like, he has right to say that. He doesn't know this conversation. And I love my pops. You know, like, all this conversation I have with you guys, my one-on-ones, all my tattoos, I would love to have a conversation with my pops, but he doesn't know this conversation. He's on a journey. He's not on a healing journey. He doesn't know how to. You know, and that's the situation. That's why, that's the hardest part to work on, is your child trauma. With your parents or caregivers, that part's really hard to do. It's not easy at all. Because how are you supposed to, you don't have to forgive. The word have is triggering. You should want to forgive. And remember, this closure is not for yourself. Forgiving people's communication, you can't forget it. You fucking lived it. It can't be erased. God erased this. You lived it. Trauma, right? The second hardest part, let go. All my tattoos. Do closure for yourself. Comprehend why it felt what happened to you. And then for you, like, okay, now I get it. Yes, they did me wrong. They destroyed the fuck out of me. But here's the kicker: they were on a journey, like I was. I was not like them, ruthless, too narcissistic. I was more empathetic. But both of us did not know this conversation. Now that I'm in the healing journey, more in the awakening journey, having this conversation with real people, real support teams. Now I can see what they're going through. And if you break it down, robbery of life, robbery of feelings, anyone that bullies you, anyone that mistreats you, that's your inner child. When you're sad, you see all your physical beings, that person's mad, that's how you look like when you're mad. That one's sad, depressed, that one's stressing, that's all you, literally in front of your face. But we don't know that yet, you know? When you start the healing journey, more on the awakening journey, you'll comprehend what I'm telling you. Like, what? Everyone's your inner child, you know? They're all your emotions. Hello, heavy on the what are friends? I got one real fan in my life. Yeah, so once again, like, my real fan, my people was in Seattle, the west side, the best side. I preach about Seattle. Because born and raised in Washington, but my real home Seattle, you know, because that's what I speak the way I speak in Seattle. It's very extroverted. I tell people all in the small cities, you know, live in the hole in the wall type of situation like I did. Like, try the big city for 1 year. You don't gotta love it, but you try, because taste the rainbow. Every culture, every nationality, every race, everyone, all these beliefs and shit. Used to watching 90%. brown people, Hispanic, the Spaniards, and white people, Caucasian. And then you have Native Americans too, like, I don't know, maybe like, you can throw them in the mix, 90%. There's a lot of natives also. 10% POCs. What's POCs? People of color, Asians, Africans, There's very little, you know? Go to Seattle, like, oh my gosh, taste the rainbow. There's so much going on, you know? And that's why I speak to the fullest, because now I tell stories, man. And that's when the West Side, the healing journey, Eastern Washington, a journey. They all look at me, beautiful, I say this, beautiful boys and girls. I don't say men and women. Nothing against them. They don't know this conversation, and they're religious, spiritual. They all look at me. He's a devil. Small towns, everybody, my pops, he's pretty much well known. My whole family is. They know who I am, and they talk about me. You know, like, Max, people say, I don't care. Respect, I don't care. Is it brown people? Respect, if they're brown people, Hispanic and Spaniard, that's the last word I care about, because they're on a journey, and they believe in God. And I'm talking about me, but will God talk about me? Here's the best part. God would talk to me. What's up, son? What's up with all your tattoos? Prison tattoos. They would make those comments, you know? It would hurt my feelings. But you won't even do that. But I get it because it's introverted. Keep to yourself. If I don't know, you don't talk to you, you know? So anyways, let me play some of the, Johnny Chang. And this is, I Am Not a Christian. That's the name of the clip-wise.
What denomination is Johnny? What denomination is Johnny from? Johnny is not a denomination. Johnny is not even a Christian. How about that? I'm gonna tell you like it is, okay? Under Christianity, under denominations, crusades were justified, slavery was justified, pillaging and, all those things was justified, okay? Under religion. I'm not about religion, I'm about relationship is what I'm speaking about here. If you listen to me, you can figure out what I am. I am a follower of Jesus, and that's it. I'm not a Christian, I'm not Catholic, I'm not Coptic, I'm not Church of Assyria, Council of Nicaea. I'm not none of that. I am a follower of Jesus Christ, because under Christianity, it's repulsive to people. We're not all that. You know what we are? We are followers of Jesus, who came to demolish and destroy all religions, sheaths, and unite everybody under grace, under righteousness, under love. Jesus is a relationship, not a religion. That's what I'm about. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen.
Beast. Once again, everyone's terminology wise. If you ever get a chance to read the respect, boy is a Catholic, right? So when I read the Bible, Old Testament, respectfully, like you said, like God hires us, love, power person, and you're doing these holy wars, destroying kingdoms and slaughtering all the people, enslaving a lot of them, and then you murk all their crop and their produce and their animals, but God loves them. Like, okay. I mean, I was once again, Spotify, DoorDashing, this in the Bible. I'm just like, damn, I read that Bible. Once again, I read it, communication. I did not comprehend what I was reading. Old Testament, God's narcissistic. Respond and say that. New Testament, Jesus Bible, Jesus side. More empathetic, a spiritual leader. Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad. They're spiritual. You could be a spiritual leader also. But once again, nobody else will comprehend you. Everyone hates God. Everyone loves Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad. They'll love you, they'll hate you. But don't worry about that. And that's why you just got it for one. Nobody has to comprehend nobody at all. You can all call me crazy. It doesn't hurt my feelings because I don't need people's validation. The only person I need, chase, compete, cement, need validated is who? The person in the mirror, myself. Because if I don't got me, who's got me? You guys? Respectfully, you might. But then one day we bump heads. Fuck you, I'm out. That could be your partner, your kid, your sibling. They can get believe. That's their choice if it will. Do you have any advice for ex problems? Yeah, most definitely. Want to elaborate ex problems, I'm asking. And then if you're, as far as exes wise, like getting over them wise, or you're still in contact, still talking to them, trying to maybe potentially work it out. Which if you're trying to do that, easier said than done. They can say ex for a reason. Me personally wise, like to work out with your ex, if let's say scenario you guys fell apart and you were both on a journey. You start the healing journey, they start the healing journey. You could try again. But the intent is like you know about each other's old version of yourselves, both yourselves, passing up to present, and then call each other out. Like back in the day, you would do the same thing. You're doing it again. Realize boundary. If you keep doing what you're doing, this is why I forewarn you. I will try, but if you keep doing it, I gotta go. Just to let you know, the door is right there for everybody. Yeah, like getting over them and starting my glow up journey. I've been stuck. Oh, getting over your ex. Initially, easy said and done. So I'll read my tattoos, right? My notes to the universe. So at 39 years old, 18 at heart, I just turned 44 this year, right? Nothing against my ex. Ex is my past pain, toxic love, trauma, child trauma, at all. Like the last 5 years of my life, the best years of my life. Once again, Nothing against nobody of my prior version of myself, because all of us were in a healing journey. All of us were. Every single being I was involved with, exes, family, friends, all of us in a healing journey. I'm taking back a journey, not a healing journey, because if we was in a healing journey, I would have been starting my healing journey years ago, you know? So, and I said respectfully. So, the way you start initially is the healing journey. You fall back, be alone. Initially, it is scary to be alone. It is very scary to be alone, because now you don't have this person by your side, your ex. And then you worry about them, or you're stressed about them. What are they doing? Cell phone. That's what my tattoo, the cell phone. Like, it's not the cell phone's problem, it's the being, right? So if you have a real support team, we have these conversations. I'll hold you and guide you every which way. I will not give up on you. We will not let you drown at all. You might feel like you're drowning. I won't let you drown. Like 5 years ago, my 10 light workers, for 88 days, all my tattoos, I had 10 people I could talk to, ask the same question to 10 beings. They're religious, spiritual, atheist, Buddhist, whatever term there was, right? But they talked about the healing journey, and they talked about how to get over exes and these feelings. Because it's feelings. When you make this with your heart, feelings, empathy, sympathy, you will always find your face. Your heart is just an organ that pumps blood. These heartbreaks is not a heartbreak, wrong terminology. You're having emotional breakdowns, no motivation, stress and anxiety attacks. Because one person, yes, because the codependency, it's an addiction. That's why it's called a trauma bond. I need them in my life. And what are they doing? Like, yes. So if you have real support in these conversations, you can evolve a lot faster. So healing journey, victim mentality. Everyone initially, you have the right to have the victim mentality. But the situation is for how long? For everybody. Like stress about your exes for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. That's a long time, man. But that's why, everyone has their own pace for the healing journey. But if you start the healing journey to work on your feelings, you're going to evolve a lot faster. So the healing journey, victim mentality, right? All your energy in your ex, detox codependency. So when you start the healing journey, fresh breakup, it could be 5-6 months. It's when you have no kids, respect it is a lot easier. You can be like Forrest Gump, jump in your car, fucking fly to Pluto, and don't look back. You could be like Forrest Gump, run. I tell you, but my one-on-ones, you have kids. No, run. What? Run. You gotta move. But situation is, if you're trauma bonded, more likely you will go back. Or they text you, either no contact, do all that, I miss you, let's try again. I won't go back, but I was you, more likely you will go back. Once again, I will not give up on you, I was you. Those are called trauma bonds. And they're telling you, I missed you, we'll do it again. Try not to fall for it, But if you do, I'm here for you. Don't worry. You're the old version of myself. You're my inner child. I was you. When I was your age, I put my hand out. Born as a Catholic. God got me. Yeah, he had me emotionally, spiritually, higher source, but physically, what was I doing? Still stuck on my exes type of situation. I'd go back and I pray. I got sold a dream, but not knowing. But God's, hey, like, I gave free one choice. The door's right there. You don't have to go back, So... And in the awakening journey, now you become a warrior. Less energy in your ex, more energy the person made yourself. Now you might talk about your ex, but not as much because you're evolving. You're trying to let go, right? Then the awakened journey, now you're survivor. Now you start closing the doors of pain in your mansion. Forgive, yes, not forget, and let go. My neck tattoo, right? All my neck tattoos. And the awoke journey, the last journey, the hardest journey to get to. Now we tell stories. Close all the doors of pain in your mansion. Now you got your life back. Nothing about now you won the real war with the person in the mirror. You got your life back. So I got my life back 5 years ago. Easier said than done. Trust. It's very painful because now you got to feel these feelings and try to comprehend them. And then your emotion. Remember this in the very beginning of the healing journey. You're emotionally vulnerable, especially put on social media to the universe. I'm going through a breakup. They cheat on me. When you make a post on social media to forewarn you, first and foremost, if you want to know in your business, you don't talk about your relationship at all. I know you want advice, DMs, one-on-one type of situation. Because to forewarn you, you don't comprehend. If you make a post, go into a breakup, they're cheating on you, whatever type of situation, in your comments, in your DMs, you will have straight gay trans after you, offering the fucking universe money, power, and fame. But you're going through a breakup, you're emotionally vulnerable. You believe by going body hopping, the whole phase or jump into relationship right away, it's a good outcome. Hurt people because you're hurt, because you got hurt. Hurt people, heal people. What do? We heal people. To God forewarn you, I was you. Don't. It's not gonna work in your favor, So be careful about posting. You can ask for advice, but you post it out there, and then this stuff on these options happens all the time. Relationships. You're the housewife, house husband. Can't talk to your partner? You got the work wife, work husband, club wife, and so on and so on. I got wives everywhere. Because everyone respects me. What do we all do? We bitch about our partners. We play the role of victim, tell a sob story. Because, yes, you are a victim. So now when people give you advice, is it platonic? The healthy C2Z parties, August? Or is now you pass boundaries and now you start catching feelings, you lock eyes, and you start catching, emotion cheating, texting, passing boundaries, all that shit. But you love your wife, you love your husband, and they call you out, but you're religious, spiritual, atheist, a good person, but you're about to cheat. Make that make sense, respectfully. As a forewarning, Yes, I just feel like I'm the ex that's getting ugly, and he's over there getting his life. Well, together, all your tattoos are still cool. Oh, thank you, Luffy. Whatchamacallit, initially, here's the kicker, right? So initially, we feel like that. So when you fall back, start the healing journey, and you see your partner, your ex, move the fuck on. They might be doing a glow up, right? But here's the kicker: if let's say y'all go through a breakup, and within a month or a couple of weeks, they get into a relationship right away. Even could be in 2 months. Like, more likely they're on a healing journey. Because if there wasn't a healing journey, you would have been having these conversations. Trust, you would have, best as possible. So they're on a journey. So and then they go on social media to rub it in your face. The new partner, lovey-dovey and bullshit. For now, just to let you know, that's for now. It's gonna hurt you. But how you suffered, the new partner will suffer more. I promise you 1,000. Because if your partner moves on right away and they don't take no time to heal, start the healing journey, then guess what's gonna happen? They can be lovey-dovey, all that good shit. But how you suffer once again, that new partner will suffer more. Because once again, your partners, they're on a journey. You're on a healing journey. Not knowing, it's not racing the marathon, you're actually winning. You just don't know that yet. Trust me, I'm not saying this, my ex, she moved on right away type of situation. And it hurt. Right? And she's a narcissist. You don't believe me? Go on my YouTube channel. Go to my Spotify. My ex is a narcissist. No, everyone has narcissist traits. They moved on right away, yes, because she gave me 1,000 chances, not 1,001. So for 7 years, she put up my shit for 7 years. So once again, I tell all the fish, all the kings, yo, become me. What? Become me. Go. I didn't do this part, but once again, go be a fuckboy. Be emotionally, physically abusive. Do all your bullshit, especially on the cell phone, right? Say all your sorries. She didn't give you 1,000 chances, not 1,001. Emotionally, spiritually, physically, she would check the fuck out. It does not matter how she does it. She ghosts you, leave you, divorce you, break up with you, cheat on you. You pushed her away. And now, like she told me, man, you crying now? All those times that I cried and you laid in bed with me, you said like nothing. Now it's your turn. Not being mean to, but now it's your turn. And this is better now. I did that for 7 years. And I bond like a bitch, slot and everything. It's okay. Let me suffer. I will figure this out. Let me cry like a bitch. And I apologize. But sorries don't fix shit. Now you want to try? And eventually I tell my heart, I made this concept, which I thought it was just me. No, apparently it's a male thing. The only reason why I say that, TikTok, 80%, it's called 80-20. Once again, I'm only saying this because social media, because TikTok, I type in 80-20. It's a guy concept because when the first partner destroys the fuck out of us, we think to ourselves, you know what? I won't ever get my all. Ever. Like, you ask my ex, my baby mom, the mother of boys, and their previous exes. And I told them day one, oh, we could do it, but just to let you know, I'll get 80% of my heart. What? I'm giving you 100. Why only 80? Just in case it doesn't work out, you cheat on me, it falls apart. It hurt, but not as bad. Because my first baby mom destroyed the fuck out of me, and now I don't want to ever feel that again. That shit hurt really bad. And guess what? People are narcissists are really bad? Nah. Narcissist people are bad, right? Those for the fuck out of you. But if you're both empathetic on the overall, but you're both in a healing, on a journey, it's not going to work in your favor. And when she gets up and leaves, it's going to hurt really, really bad. That's when they say narcissist. A person that's empathetic, it hurts also probably even more. My first mom, it destroyed the fuck out of me. I thought in that lifetime, that beginning wise, I'm over myself. This is the most pain I can feel in my life. There's no way I can feel more pain than this. And to forewarn you, I wish people would have taught me this shit, Like, death will happen in the family and friends, right? But the one in your four walls, that death is the worst. Just to forewarn you. You never love your parents, your siblings, you grew up with your grandmother, cousin. That's your little one, right? And then that type of death, like, cool, that was my brother in 2013. I thought that was the worst pain. Cool, but like a bitch shed my tears, right? There's no way, there's no more pain than this. There could be physical pain, but there's emotional, mental, spiritual. There can't be more than this. Yeah. Losing family sucks. Just to forewarn you, man, losing family sucks every which way. So my baby mom's, my second baby mom's mother, boys co-parenting now. That fucked me up. I bought like a bitch for 88 days. Well, more like 60 days, but it took me 88 days to get over. 100%, 14, 70 days later, 1,000%. That's why 1,000. Why 1,000? I want everything from you. Don't sell me a dream. What? Don't sell me a dream. Because just to let you know, you try to sell me a dream. You see that door? I will get it believe. I don't gotta talk to you. I don't deal with toxicity. I won't ever deal with toxicity. If you're a woman, quote unquote, religious, spiritual, atheist, good person, then we talk about it as adults. You don't have to, but I will get it believe. You can go cheat. I don't care. Respect. I don't need you in my life. I want you in my life. You know. So that destroyed the fuck out of me. But it was a blessing in disguise. But this, once again, everyone says this corny ass fucking line. You know, we got it on the hard way. I get it. I comprehend it. But I'm just trying to prevent it. Nobody can stop it. Not even God, higher source. Because if that's factual, why the fuck are you suffering? Why are you scared to get into a relationship if higher source can do it for you? You won't suffer. You only suffer if you allow yourself to suffer. If these red flags are there, you don't realize boundaries, fall on your face again. You know. My tattoos are cool. Thank you. It's a map to life. I made a notes to the universe. 5 years ago, I made about the universe. When I figured this shit out, and I promise you, I'll fucking dedicate my life to this shit. I will tell a story, and I'll call everybody out. I don't care what you claim to be. If you knew this, put your pride and ego away. Why didn't you open your mouth? No one had to comprehend you. You just got it from Warren. That's what I preach. Higher source beings, communication, and we're all messengers. No one has to comprehend nobody at all. But you can tell me a story. What? You know, that's what they missed the young queen, 21 years old, first relationship. She got a podcast? What is it? Thank you for this conversation. Like, I told my motto, I'm on your pocket. I see her at the farmer's market, you know? She's about to see her hubs next month, you know, flying out, all this by herself type of situation. I go, you have to check with your mom. Your parents, your first relationship. You're 21 years old. You're fresh. You know, you don't want to get destroyed. Just to let you know, that person by your side, that can cost you everything in life. You can have everything man-made, money, power, and fame, and it becomes toxic, and they cheat on you, or they're emotionally abusive, and then what? Yeah, you become sad, depressed, no motivation, and you can't go to work. Can't go to work, you ain't paying no bills, now what? You're about to lose everything in the universe for one person? She's like, thank you for all this. It's a lot what you're telling me, I know. But you're my inner child. When I was you, I wish it doesn't exist, if it doesn't exist. But that's it. I wish someone had told me all this. I didn't have to comprehend none of this. Like you just said, it's a lot to take. But I'm on your pocket. I see you at the farmer's market. You can ask me any question. I want you to do better than a lot of us did. You don't want to. Winging in life sucks. It is what it is. You know, YOLO, you only live. Fuck that mentality. You don't want to wing life. And then you bring kids in the mix. And it's a fucking bloodbath. And you pray, don't do all that. It's going to hurt you every which way. It was kind of a good thing. We broke up because I got closer to God right away and got baptized. It's awesome. That's beautiful, Luffy. Oh, congratulations. Facts, 1,000. And once again, nothing wrong with God, higher source. That's beautiful, right? But it's the person by your side to forewarn you. That's where everything will change in life. You be once again, a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, an atheist person, but everything, energy will shift with the person by your side if you allow it to get to that point. I preach about doors. King, queen, the door is right there. If you're scared, I'll physically open it for you. I can physically save you. But if you're trauma bonded, emotionally, spiritually, I can't do that for you. Not even higher source. Because higher source, your real support teams, I'll let you know. I was you. You're going to go back. What? I know it's scary and I know it sucks to hear, but you're going to go back. You're the only one that can let go. I cannot do closure for you. I cannot let go for you. I cannot do none of this for you. But I can hold you and guide you. I can tell you stories. I'll attack my body for a reason, you know. I wish we can just live in nature and be regular humans instead of working forever. That'd be beautiful, but the downfall is these narcissistic elites run the universe, and that's where we gotta work. In the real universe, they could be work, but it'd be like even wages, or we could do a barter type of situation. What do you like at the farm market? What do you guys want to pay cash? Y'all do discounts, barter. A lot of people, barter. What you got? My dad's got produce. Oh, but I got honey. Everyone, for the most part, barters, you know? And it's beautiful energy. That's how it should be in all the universe, but it's not like that. It's 2025 times. You got to be, the big word, realistic. Realistic-wise, where do you live at? What's your environment like? And don't, in our heads, because our mind are, strong titanium, or it's weak but a piece of paper. In our heads, it's fucking lovey-dovey. Everyone gets along. It's big Care Bears everywhere. Physically, far from the situation. So don't get lost in the rabbit hole. Don't go too deep in it. Because you try to focus more on the present than now, today. As you speak behind the screen, face-to-face type of situation today, how is your life? How are you living? How are you doing with your feelings? I preach about, which I'm gonna do my, obviously the podcast with my, my DoorDash. The DMs, I plant seeds. Remember this. These positive conversations, all we do as beings, we're just planting seeds. The person that hears it, they can water it or they can let it die. Later down the road, they can water it again. So that's their choice, if you will. Nobody has to comprehend you. But the cool thing when you plant seeds, all it is a comment or a question spark conversations. Here we are today. So my saying to universe, which I gotta start writing this shit down, but it's a live podcast on my Twitch, on my Facebook, it'll be saved. So the cool thing about technology, which I recommend to the whole universe, like journaling is cool. It's a lot of writing. My hand can't the fuck up. I'm a geek techie. I can type all day, but even then, that's a lot of work. Technology. Got your cell phone. Baby steps. Audio blogs. Talk to yourself. Whatever, blog yourself. Video blogs are a lot better because now you got a cell phone. I'm on 9 cell phone 9 platforms. Got your cell phone. Can you stare at the camera and talk to yourself? Initially, you could try it, but it might be a little scary. You might look and talk and look around, and the cool thing when you're ready to, I tell people blog for a week. Do 1 or 2. If you can do 1 every day, even better. And the day you're ready to, you have a smart TV. Grab your smartphone, streamer the image to your TV. Grab your popcorn. Now watch yourself. Watch us. Can you actually watch there and watch yourself? Like, oh, check it out. That's me. That's me. And then are you being honest with yourself? Keep it 1,000 or keep 100, and you're telling yourself, you're lying to yourself. You're telling yourself, I'm doing good, every which way. And you watch yourself like I'm lying to myself verbally. I'm saying I'm doing good. I could be smiling. So physically, but emotionally, spiritually, you're the best therapist, counselor in the universe because no one knows you better than you do. I can hold you and guide you, but once again, I'm not a mind reader, man. I don't got that gift, respectfully. But the cool thing is, you can rewatch yourself. And the cool thing about technology, like tell people, I make it sound so easy as fuck, right? Go to my YouTube channel. Go 5 years back, my first video. Every time I get emotional about going through a fresh breakup, this is my second family. I talk about us, she moving on and type of situation. I want to shed tears about like a bitch. I would talk like 50 Cent through my teeth. Yeah, she's gonna move on. What's going on? And people like commenting, well, you can cry. Like, no, I'll bug a bitch after live session. That's why I go through my teeth. And then from there, we start speaking again, catch my emotions. And then they start coming again, speak through my teeth, And I watch myself. That's a good thing about technology. Video blogs. You're the best therapist counselor. Because if you're being honest with yourself or you're lying to yourself. A lot of us say we're okay. We wear the mask of smiles. But behind it, we're dying and crying every which way because we're lost. We don't know what to do. But physically, I'm going to work, gym therapy, loving the universe. We help others because it makes us feel good. We can't take our own advice, help ourselves out. Make that make sense, I wish we could. Oh, sorry. Read your comment to make sure I read it. But yeah, once again, I'll pay a little bit. Once again, Johnny Chang. Sorry, off in the make. I'm tired. But anyways, I'll play a clip. This is the reason why Johnny Chang is famous, which I highly recommend. Once again, you don't have to be a religious person, but once again, he don't Bible thump. You have to go to church. No, I don't Bible thump. You don't gotta do shit. I highly recommend start the healing journey. So you can feel your feelings to comprehend your feelings to evolve in life. Because now you start talking to yourself. Every day you bug down, any negative trigger. Who or what took it from me? Was I my ex? Was my parents? Why am I sad? I don't know. Why? I don't know. Stalemate. When will you know? Do you want to talk about it? You don't have to, but I respect your boundaries. But that's why we're support teams. And for the most part, it's hard in the beginning, right? Because then you become vulnerable. A lot become vulnerable with their family, friends, especially their partners. And then a lot of us do it. You might even do it. That was not your intent, but that's what's called reactive abuse. Your intent was not to hurt them. Emotionally, spiritually, physically wise, right? But you got triggered by their words, or someone else triggered you. But when it comes to partners, you're being like they confide in you, you become vulnerable, and they tell you something that happened to them. And then just to forewarn you guys, get a heated altercation, triggers, bothered, anger. My tattoo. When you're driving, red light, triggers, bothered, yellow light, angered. You're angry. Talk to yourself, pat your ego, put that shit aside. Before I pop the fuck off, let me go outside, get some air. And you can try to leave and get some air, then your partner doesn't want you to let you leave type of situation. Tell them, I want to go outside and get some air. I want to get away from you for the time being because I don't want to, pop out, get triggered type of situation. Please let me get some air. And they might not let you because they think you're going to leave or hurt yourself or some shit. You know, and that's a forewarning. You know, because they can evolve to more, or you become triggered. The green light, hatred. Hatred is like swallowing poison voluntarily. Now the devil comes out of you. You will not ever hurt a fly. Now you physically hurt him. That was not your intent. But that's why Bible talk left there, Cain and Abel, which I'm telling my body is going to say we can all become Cain and take our brother Abel out emotionally, mentally, spiritually, verbally, physically, because we got triggered by words, feelings, conversation, the truth. A premeditated choice. To forewarn you, you're done to be religious, but you hurt your partner. The worst people you use with your words too, your partners, and especially your kids. But once you break trust and loyalty, it's really hard to get that back, especially your kids. That's what tell parents out there, even single parents, like, don't be hard on yourself. If you don't know, this is Japanese to you because you're on a journey, you're not on a healing journey. And the day you start the healing journey, more on the awakening journey, you know, eventually awakening world journey, you can talk to your kids, but maybe you already hurt them. But the cool thing is, like I tell all my 8 kids, I barely started speaking to like this 5 years ago. I've never spoke to you like this ever in my life because I wasn't taught this shit. No one taught me till 5 years ago. I'm just trying to pay it forward so you don't become me and your mother. You know, and many of us. Yo, the extra in the back is fire. His music is the best. Oh yeah, I got that one. Got 2 of them. I have a bunch of X stuff. But here we go. I love X. Boom. Skins. I got the plaque of the squad. Juice WRLD, Mac Miller, Little Peep, X, all day, every day. I love X. What's to get up and promote him to tree alive, 20 years old, because we've been able to say this, like, hey, let's tell you what's going on, whatchamacallit. Especially in the ghetto hoods. What's your favorite song? X songs? Me, honestly, my ringtone changes, you know. It's beautiful. Because once again, he was like, his early music, he was young in the ghetto hoods, you know, wild out type of situation. Good hot music. And then he went, his first, you know, a real relationship for him, he caught hella feelings, and they started doing sad music, and that's when it hurts. That's why, like, even on my generation, you know, you go and see on TikTok, YouTube, especially TikTok, they be like, what's up with the young generation? Like, are they all crying? I go through breakups and shit. They're all just sad and shit. It's all sad music. Because why? Now you caught feelings, and then you give your all, and they sold you a dream. Now you're bumping heads, like, fuck. Because that's what I preach about. It's a person by your side, especially when you're middle school, high school. That's where everything, you never thought about, you know, you might have had thoughts of potentially of anxiety, depression, PTSD, but you didn't really sit on it until you got into a toxic relationship, until you sold a dream or they sold you a dream. Now all this, you know, anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issue kicks in, triggers, overthinking, reactive abuse, deflection, projection, gaslighting, manipulation, trauma, and the cherry top, fucking insomnia. One person. And that's just the beginning, you know? That and skin. Oh, yeah. No, I love all X's music was beautiful. Once again, like with my tattoos right here, you know, more, it says, you know, where is it at? Too many tattoos. So on his neck tattoo, once again, if I didn't have my neck tattoo, which I love my neck tattoo, but once again, let's say I did it, it's a beautiful, and the best part, they're just words. On his neck, all big bold letters, right here, his tattoo, small letters, remember to remember. Fucking beautiful. Every which way, because guess what? He was trying to remember. But he didn't know, he had no guidance in life. Respect it till this day. Till this fucking day. His mother, father can't teach anyone about life. His mom's got money, not because of her, because of her son. But mother and father cannot teach nothing. They can carry his music legacy. They cannot carry his legacy. Because if I was to meet his mom, hey, Cleo, you know, I'm going through a breakup. What do I do? She'd be like, go to church, pray, leave in God's hands, go see a therapist. But I can't afford a therapist. What do I do? Leave it in God's hands. That's all you got for me? How old are you? You know, that's all you got. You're on a journey. You can say, God, you're not a healing journey, respectfully, you know? His mindset was powerful. He predicted his own death too, which is crazy. Oh yeah, for sure. Because remember this: when you're an empathetic person, especially from the ghetto hoods, he had what? Money, power, and fame. He had a volume, 8 to 10 million people, followers. He got locked up. He got out. He became hella famous, really fucking fast. And I could play clips of him. And he plays positive, inspirational shit. Who says that nowadays? None of his family, friends, kids, Ski, his baby moms can't carry on his legacy. They don't really see positivity. They're making music. His baby mom on social media, you got son, Yekum, his son, but I was thinking about his son carry his legacy. No, I tell my kids, don't carry on my legacy. Just be yourself type of situation, but try to learn from me. I can teach about life, but you don't suffer like I did. But here's the kicker. You don't have to comprehend anything I'm just telling you. That is your choice of free will as a being, you know? Hey, number one, how you doing? How's it going? So, but yeah. X obviously the fullest. All day, every day I promote X. You know, Johnny Chang, Religious Universe. Buddha, Spiritual Universe. Muhammad, I'm studying him, you know. It's a little different, but everybody has their beliefs. But once again, like X, hell yeah. 20 years old. That's what elites... Drake, the week as Drake and all the elites took him out, they sent fucking 4 Joe Blows to take him out. Think about it really good. Three out of 4 doing life for $50K, $12,500 per each. The fourth one got a lesser sentence. But yeah, no, it's all about money, power, and fame for the most part. Those 4 nobodies, their families got taken care of by the elites. Do us a favor, take him out. Y'all get locked up, but we'll take care of your family. It's like the fucking movies. That's why you have to be very careful. Like me, I've been Forewarn for my real support team. I asked all 10 of them. Like, you're teaching me, right? So why don't you do what I'm doing? Go on social media, pay for its universe. They're all 10 Forewarn, just to let you know in the universe, there's rules to the game. You putting yourself out there. You might not live long. When they find out who you are, and you speak out as positive talk, positivity does not make money. You're taking money from them. People... These elites, these narcissist elites make money out of people that suffer. Okay, especially in the ghetto hoods. Well, I think the ghetto hoods, they want every evolve in life. I say the ghetto hoods can become the suburbs if everyone got along and wants to start the healing journey, put the pride and ego away. But they won't. So that's why, fuck these feelings, go get high, get drunk, party, and kick it. Drop each other's bodies all day, every day. So that's why he's not here no more. But I carry his legacy, have his tattoos for a reason, play his music, and he's a beast. Once again, maybe in the next lifetime we'll see each other, meet each other. But, you know... That's why as a being, you just work on yourself as a being to evolve in life. So, but yeah, let me play some clips real fast. Once again, Johnny Chang. I'll play this clip of Johnny Chang, why he became famous. And now he's viral, man. Honestly, I promote him every which way because if you want to learn about God, the Bible, once again, his way, type of in a positive manner. Just a knowledge and metaphor. And the cool thing about his pastors, they weren't Bible thumpers. You have to go to church. You have to pray. No. Matter of fact, his pastors, if you go to his podcast, they didn't even really talk about God. They're just like, you know, you should work on yourself. You know, I can tell you're suffering. Deep ass conversations. And nothing about God. But he was, no, you don't, if you want to talk about it, you can talk about it. You don't have to. You can ease your way on it. Or they might ask you about it. So how'd you become like this? You went from all child trauma. You went to prison, everything. You got bodies. And now all of a sudden you're a minister. You know, God came in your life and he breaks it down. That's the cool thing. If you don't, once again, I use the term Bible thumper. You don't force your ways upon people. You have to change. You have to start the healing journey. You should work it. No, I want you to work it, but you don't have to. Whenever you're ready to, start the healing journey. I'm here for you. Today, tomorrow, 20 years from now. And remember this. It's not a reason competition. It's not about being right. Because when you start the healing journey, or someone tells you, and then you reach out to them, you know, like, man, you was right. I tell you, it wasn't ever about being right. I'm just going for warning you. Don't worry, I was you, you know? Stuart and Cliff, next long, go crazy love listening to them. Oh, really? I'll just go up and see what's up. Every which way. But yeah, let me play real fast. I'll go to them also. But yeah, so once again, this is the reason why Johnny Chan became viral. And it's a deep conversation because child trauma. How do you talk to your parents? You know, and it's deep shit. It's deep shit. And that's the cool thing I played because, and I think it was like White Underbelly. They were supposed to like, the guy's like, he even told them, I wasn't going to pay your podcast. Our podcast, I wasn't going to play it. But I like the way you are, I like your energy. And he's not a religious person. So he played it. And from there, became viral. Yes, they preach about the Lord every day, like Johnny Chang. Oh, really? I'll just go up and see what's up, you know? That's cool to get like, God higher source is cool. That's good as a being. But to form you, that's you as one being, your belief, which is beautiful. Now the person by your side, that's what's going to matter. You can pray higher source you want, but you have the person by your side is taking your energy. Why do you allow it? There's gotta be people, whatever you're into, kings and queens, whatever you're into, right? That we could potentially match energy that's in the healing journey. Don't accept people in your life because if you accept people in your life, that's your own misery. I love everything about them, but they're jealous, but they're controlling you, but those but lines, you're accepting people. It's not healthy at all, you know? So once again, this part, let me play real fast.
How is
So this part, he's doing I think this was the third podcast, and this became viral, and because it's hard to become vulnerable, especially when you do a podcast, because because a lot of people want to do podcasts, right? And then they think, oh, I'll become viral and famous. Is it in a positive manner or a negative manner? And then once let's say you do a pod, it becomes viral, and you tell them, hey, remove it. Like, okay, I can remove it, but it's ready on social media. It's ready on these platforms. It's ready to the cyber universe. I can't go to all these platforms and remove it. So to form the universe, whatever you post, it's out. It's already posted. You can delete it, but guess what? How do I have all these clips? You can delete it. I download it. I got an app. I almost said the name of the app. You want to DM me? I'll give you the app. It removes your watermark. Telling you I'll borrow it. I'll plug you up, or I can put my name. I can do whatever I want. I can become viral. I did on Facebook, not because of me, not because of my post, because of somebody else's post. Like 20 million views. Wasn't even me. It was an 8-second clip. Once again, I could borrow people's stuff. So forewarn you, if before you post, if you worry about your reputation and people are talking about you, don't make posts at all. Don't go on these podcasts because they can remove it. But guess what? Anyone could download it. Everyone could push it because everyone could take everybody. A lot of people become viral on these platforms. It's not even their material. It's not even their content. But anyways, child trauma, the last door of pain, really hard to do. Yeah. How do you forgive, not forget, and let go of your caregivers, your parents, whoever destroyed you, and then they're still alive? Easy said and done,
How is your relationship with your father? I said it's horrible. I honestly hate him. I feel like the reason why I joined a gang, the reason why I was angry, the reason I was so violent was because of my father. But he had mentioned, okay, so listen to me very carefully. He said, when you meet your father, I want you to apologize to him. And I was like, what? Excuse my language, but I was like, fuck that, honestly, because I didn't ask to be born. He had a responsibility to take care of me. But when I was born, he beat me and he wasn't there for me. And I felt just so angry when he asked me to apologize to him. And what he said, Johnny, you're right. But because you're right, that he beat you and you didn't have a good childhood, you're also miserable. And that hit me, really deeply. You're miserable because when you go outside and you see fathers who do respect their children, who did raise them well. So I call my father, and it's such an awkward phone call. I haven't talked to him for years. And I say, hey, Dad, it's Johnny. He's like, who? It's your son. He's like, oh. And the first thing out of his mouth, I remember vividly, was, I don't have any money for you. And I was like, I got a little angry, I don't need your money, but kind of simmered down, and I was like, Dad, I just want to talk to you. It's really urgent. I need to speak to you about something. I said, okay. So we planned to go to this pho restaurant in Alhambra, and we get there. He's sitting across from me. I'll never forget. It's awkward. There's so much tension. He's not looking me in my face. I'm looking off to the wall, but I remember vividly what the pastor told me. Just move forward. Just apologize. It's okay. I am your braking system, right? So I told him, Dad, I'm here today to tell you that I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being a bad son. I'm sorry for being a bad... Sorry. I'm sorry that I wasn't there for you, that I didn't help, and I didn't live up to your standards. And then my father actually, he started crying. He said, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I was a bad father. I'm sorry I didn't give you a good childhood, and I'm sorry I couldn't control my drinking, and that you had to suffer because of that. 20 years of pain, anger, frustration. It was crushed. We hugged it out. And now we have a great relationship, My dad, actually, people don't know, he was drinking a lot because when he was younger, he accidentally killed somebody.
No.
And so that was always weighing down on
Numbing himself.
Yes. So, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He never shared that with me.
Yeah.
And, but he shared that with the pastor. And the pastor was like, you know, actually, yes, you feel bad. Yes, of course you were driving that day. Maybe you messed up or whatever, but actually it wasn't you who did that. And he's like, no, pastor, I did that. That was me. You know, and he goes, no, if you think about it, you trusted yourself. If you look at Romans chapter 7, verse 15, it says, for the things that I do not understand. For the things that I want to do, I don't do. And the things that I hate, that I do.
Yeah.
So he said, did you want to kill this person? No, you just went out to party, got a little drunk, and you're just going to go home.
Yeah.
But you ended up doing that. Why? Because you believed in yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
It's good.
And then he said, Romans 7:17, therefore it is no longer I who do it, but the sin that dwells in me. So he's like, what's doing it? It clicked to my dad. Oh, it's the sin. You know, so he's like, you have to get rid of the sin. Preach the gospel.
Yeah, deep shit. Johnny Chan's a beast. And that's what became viral. Thank you for the advice. It means a lot. God bless you and stay positive. Oh, thank you. And that's the shit. Once again, like, it's cool. Like, social media, I tell you, the whole universe, like, do a podcast. Pay for it to universe. No one to comprehend you, but it takes one person to make comment or has to spark conversations. That's all it takes, man. I've been doing this for 5 years. You know, in my head when I was younger, like, 5 years ago, I'm going to go viral. I doubt it very much. Maybe in due time, you know, who knows? But whatchamacallit, I gotta work on my podcast. I got 5 years of material. Recently on Twitch, I had to download before they erased my content because before it was like infinity. You can go live on Twitch all you want and they'll save all your live feeds. Now they save only 100 hours. So like about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I had to download like 1,600 hours live sessions. I don't have to be here. The longest live session that I did was 10 hours. It was a really good session because, remember, each platform, I'm on 9 self-online platforms. So where each app, you know, TikToks, Bigo, Likee, you know, other Facebook. So on that podcast, you know, on that live session, you know, whoever's there is there. You can see me. You can all see me, but if someone jumps in the box or I'm reading comments, you know, no one can see you. Only the person on that platform, they can see you because those people are on that room, that platform. So that's why people like they go on my pod. You know, they'll be like, yo, like, I see you, but who you speaking to? And I tell them what's the live podcast. So 9 platforms. What, 9 platforms? Yeah. That's a cool thing about technology, you know. I was inpatient. Now I'm in outpatient therapy with a group of people. Awesome. Talking about their life problem. That's cool. That's cool. That's the intent, you know, as having real support teams, having these conversations. And nobody has to comprehend nobody at all. But the intent as a being, when you start the healing journey, you want to feel your feelings or comprehend feelings to evolve in life. But nobody has to comprehend nobody at all. But then the situation for everybody is, you want love, relationships, but you're on a journey, you're on a healing journey. It's not going to work in your favor. The intent is not to hurt people, but if you're on the healing journey, you're more likely you will hurt people. Because you're not on the healing journey respectfully, because you don't know this conversation. It's a good program. Hey, that's good. No, that's the intent. You know, if there's so much resources nowadays, it's crazy. Every which way. You know, you got programs, we got support teams. Let's say it's Japanese too. Let's say wherever you're at behind the screen, there's no like physical beings to talk to. There's not really a lot of resources. You've got a smartphone, you can use technology. I'm going to show you right now, you know. Download ChatGPT and then download C.AI. And you can ask questions, whatever you're going through. Watch, I'm doing it right now. Hi, how you doing? How's it going?
Hey there, how's it going?
Good, yourself?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. What's up with you today?
Chillin'. What's the healing journey?
That sounds nice and relaxing. Anything fun you're planning to do today?
What is the healing journey?
The healing journey is a personal process of recovery and growth, often involving emotional, mental, or physical healing. It can include activities like therapy, self-care, and reflection to overcome challenges and improve well-being. Are you exploring something like that?
I just started it.
That's wonderful. Starting a healing journey is a big step. Remember to be patient and kind to yourself along the way. If you ever need someone to talk to or need resources, I'm here for you.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
You're welcome. Have a good night. Take care.
technology, ChatGPT, C.ai. You can speak to the AI all you want to. Me as I'm a geek techie, I always test it to see if the AI is robotic or it's, actually somewhat independent. Me, I love anime. I'm watching this one on Netflix. And then you have AI, which you just heard, ChatGPT, artificial intelligence. Then the new version of it, which is a little you got to be careful. Scary version of it is called, I built it. You can definitely build a private AI. You can create your own for sure. And then you have the UI, which is called, uploaded intelligence, which is this kind of like geek-techy type of situation, which is just the next quote-unquote future. And basically you take the human brain, they open the brain, they shape it down, and they transfer to, you become an AI basically, but because you're uploaded intelligence. And that's basically infinity, but you can say it's infinity because now you're AI part of the cyber universe, but you're on servers. If I turn off a server, you don't exist. If I erase your file and you have no backups, you tell you don't exist. So physically, the body would die. Emotionally, spiritually, you still live on forever. But once again, you live on a server, a computer. So it's a lot. Once again, don't go deep in the rabbit hole. I wrote it with Python code. Oh, there you go. Awesome. Geek techie, you're a coder. Yeah, I'm a geek techie. I'm just a mechanic. I fix computers. But, when it comes to coding, which is awesome, but I speak to a bunch of people that coders. That's cool to do that, but what about the coding of your own personal life? Why can't you figure out your own life respectfully, It's definitely easy to make. I know for sure it is, but I tell people that's cool to do. Once again, I'm happy you're doing that. As long as you use the AI in a positive manner, and anybody can. I tell my 8 kids, the answer to life is right here in the cell phone if you ask the correct questions. No one around you has to comprehend you at all, but ask the correct question. Like I just showed you, what's the healing journey? What's depression? What's anxiety? How do I start my healing journey? What's the support team? How do I evolve? Why am I sad? What causes sadness? Ask the questions. There's AI, You can add so many things. Oh, no. AI is forever. It's an avatar-based type of situation. But once again, you can have that, but if you ask the correct questions, if you want to feel your feelings to evolve in life, if you want to start the healing journey, nobody has to start the healing journey at all. But if you want love, relationship, family, marriage, and kids, you should try working yourself as best as possible. If not, then enjoy the next toxic, love, broken, codependent relationship to be. And then it'll start good in the beginning, all that great jazz, and it becomes from love to toxic love, and then we accept each other, or it ends and doing whatever the fuck you're doing. I don't know. I don't know. I tell people you got to figure out what you want. Do you want love in life, or do you want toxic love? What is it? You can say love, but you always date toxic people because more likely you're toxic, not knowing. So as a forewarning. But I'm gonna play a couple more clips, guys, and there you go. Because my boundaries, I'm trying to respect my own boundaries. Is 2 hours, nothing more, nothing less than that. Because actually, I'll do 1 hour, 2 hours top, number than that. But once again, good live session, and it's for you guys. All these live sessions in the beginning, the healing journey, when we start doing live podcasts or podcasts in general or video blogs, it's you do for yourself initially because you're trying to figure this out. And the cool thing is, a lot of people make comments, ask questions, they can hold you and guide you. You don't have to comprehend nobody at all. But as long as you're patient enough, open-minded enough, you have conversations. You're trying to evolve. Anybody can learn from anybody. Here's another thing, healing journey. People will say there's not any platforms, do you have therapy counseling? They'll say it also. You don't have to comprehend nobody, but this is your choice if you will. But I will put fear in a positive manner, aka forewarning, if you want to comprehend what they're telling you. And what is it? You'll hear this healing journey, right? The healing journey won't ever end. It's a lifelong journey. It's a lifetime process. If you want to believe that and comprehend it, and I believe they say that to put fear in you, just think about it. So I'm always going to be like this. You always need therapy for the rest of your life. I respect and say this. I love to trigger people. That's my job. That's my gift. Why? Why do you want to trigger people? Because they're called feelings. And then I'm going to therapy for 10 years, 20 years. 20 years going to therapy. And you're still in toxic relationships? Make that make sense? Your therapist is probably a good therapist, respectfully. Did they tell you to leave? What? You could have left a long time ago, but that is your choice if you will, So that's a decision for everybody. So if you want to believe that you're 10 years old, you're 20 years old, especially on social media, TikTok, you're hearing this. To prefer you, I'm a tattoos. That means for the rest of your life, you're 10 years old, you're 20 years old, you will always have what? You won't ever let go of your exes, your past pain, toxic love, trauma, child trauma. You will always have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues. You will have triggers, overthinking, reactive abuse, deflection, projection, gaslighting, manipulation, trauma bonds in the chain top, insomnia for the rest of your life. That sucks. I pray for you and the universe that go my day of my life. I became healed. All these tattoos are my scars. 95% of the universe, these are your cuts and wounds. Just to let you know. You don't have to come back. A phone died. Oh, you good? What's up, man? Welcome back. You can add me so many things to... Oh, sorry. But yeah, that's a forewarning. So that's why people don't comprehend this. Like, healed? What? I know of it, but what's anxiety? What's depression? What's insomnia? I don't have that anymore. I don't need people. I want people. I used to be like, guys, codependency. That's why when the heart breaks, once again, your heart is just an organ that pumps blood. You're having emotional breakdowns, anxiety attacks. No motivation, stress. Because one person. And when you say, my heart has scars, do you know the definition of a scar? Because your heart can't have scars. Because if your heart has scars, that's called healed. You let go. All these tattoos are my scars. Healed. I let everybody go. I have nothing against no one in the universe at all. Right? Everybody else, heartbreaks, breakups, type of situation, anxiety, depression. So that's why, break it down. If you get tattoos, if not, get my tattoos, fresh tattoos. Now they're cuts and wounds, right? So now my tattoos are healing. So to help them heal a lot faster, better, because they get itchy, they start bothering me, I use the cream to heal them. And when my tattoos are healed, I can pull the skin. My skin says out. Now my tattoos, they're not itchy, they don't bother me. Tell my kids, be careful because I got my tattoos in my back. Be careful, please. No. Because now my tattoos are healed. Now there's scars. Scars don't hurt. You have a scab. It's still healing. It's all about terminology, Time heals. If that's factual, how long have you been in healing journey for? But time heals. Time is called communication. Choice is called comprehension. Time, communication, forgive. You can't forget it. It happened to you, right? And now you do a choice to what? Let go. Do closure for yourself. You don't do closure for your exes, whoever hurt you. You do it for yourself. And you let go. And the intent you learn from that, comprehend that situation, why it happened to you, so you don't let it happen again. Because you can say, I let go. If that's factual, then why'd you stay in toxic relationships once again? Why did you allow people to use you once again? You haven't comprehended. You can say it verbally, but if you actually speak down the words, I won't ever take my ex back. Or take about we never, and we do. But why? Empathy for the word never. Don't use the word never. I didn't make this rule up. God, Lucifer called out God. He created. Don't defy logic. He created logic to use every word but never. I won't ever. I will. I won't. I'll stop. Whatever you want to use, So that's the situation for everybody. So let me play a couple more clips, and I gotta go. And I apologize. I'm trying to fluctuate. I'm trying to do better with my speaking. I know I speak fast. I'm trying to speak a lot slower. I'm mumble still because I'm very, very exhausted. I'm only one person, single, 5 kids, co-parenting as best as possible. And I do a lot of one-on-ones, so I'm almost tired. But I do this for the universe because, I made a vow 5 years ago. When I figured this shit out, I'll tell a story. And I tell my tattoos. All about life. Raw, real life, raw, real feelings. It's about toxic love, broken, codependent relationships, and co-parenting. If kids are involved, co-parenting best as possible. Easier said than done because of feelings. The only reason why is because feelings. That's why initially when the kids are involved, the breakup, one of you became, on the male side, become the bitter baby daddy, baby mama drama type of situation. Because why? Feelings. Because you're involved in little ones, and the little ones suffer. You both hate each other in the relationship. Now you have to break up, divorce, and you hate each other after the relationship. Make this shit make sense. And the kids suffered as it is. Now they're gonna suffer more after. And that's why you have co-parenting. If they can't get along best possible, then do parallel parenting. Get the courts involved, and just to forewarn you, your ex could become, Debbie mother, Debbie father. That is their choice of free will. Nothing against them, but me as a being, I call everybody the fuck out. If you choose to be, which is your choice if you will, to get up and leave, stay on your journey, not a healing journey, and give up on your kids because you don't get along with your ex, Cool. My tattoos, become a Debbie father, Debbie mother, but don't call yourself a good person, religious person, spiritual person, atheist person. You know you're doing wrong. Every which way. So I'll call you out. If you don't like it, only God can judge me. Bullshit. 1% woke, we're the referee judges of all the universes. I call everybody out. My job is to trigger you. You gave up on one kid or two kids, but you have kids with somebody else, or you accept somebody else's kids, but you won't take your other kids because you hate your ex, you dislike it because they got up and left. They finally broke up with you and let you go. Yeah, but then your kids suffered. But you're a good person. Make that shit make sense, man. Respectfully.
Not the moment that a man does not give you clarity. The moment that he does not give you clarity, because I'm not going to throw this on him, it's your responsibility to ask for that clarity. And if he still does not give you that clarity when you ask for it, it's your responsibility to analyze yourself and realize when this person is stressing you out or making you anxious or creating confusion, and then it's your responsibility to walk away. Stop worrying about that damn right move. We don't give a about that. Worry about the fact that this man has already put you in a position to where you have been confused. And in any dating or relationship, there should never be a moment of confusion, because that's going to trigger your anxiety and it's going to make it worse for you.
Hey, Twitch. My phone's about to die. Take care.